Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. The fish tank is chugging along. Our good friend EJ is live on Nerd Jock, and we'll get to that in just a minute.
Yeah, before we get to that, I saw EJ post on the BDM page.
I think that's just
my
personal.
regular
Oh, was it? Oh, right.
I wanted everyone to know, not just BDMs.
So
It's not very often that I have something that I want to just say to everyone. You know, normally it's BDM page only for me.
yeah. And I just end up looking at the BDM page all the time, so I just assume it's
yeah,
all
it's the
there.
most activity for me. But.
And you said someone stole my bike and my Christmas lights.
Oh,
and
man.
I
the same day?
This is the same time. I got my bikes
Yeah.
stolen. What was it? 4 years ago?
I think it was only a couple years ago.
It was something
I don't
like
think it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta say, and I promise I'm not a D-head, when I read that,
yeah.
I laughed. What?
I mean,
You didn't laugh?
Well, I did, but it wasn't my first reaction.
And it wasn't
wasn't my first reaction. That's what I want to know.
If it was happening to someone else, yes, I would.
Please
laugh.
don't tell me it was your first reaction. Your first reaction should be like, oh, and then you should be like, ah.
There's two reasons. Like, for whatever reason, I just don't equate a grown man saying someone stole my bike. It was just getting your bike stolen is a kid thing in my mind.
Okay, yeah.
And then
It'd be like if I came in here. It'd be like if I came in here one morning and you're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I dropped my ice cream."
You about laugh. Even if it did, and you were bummed out.
I need to go pee pee.
Like, even if you did drop your ice cream and you were bummed out and it does stink, it was like this man was enjoying his ice cream. He deserved to enjoy his ice cream and he dropped it. That stinks for him. I still laugh because you dropping your ice cream is a baby thing. And when EJ said someone stole my bike, and then I honestly, if it was just a bike, I may not have laughed as hard as a bike and Christmas lights because for whatever reason,
It's the weirdest combination of stuff.
because then
It's also two things that homeless people have in their egg crates. Like homeless people will have some busted ass Christmas lights stuffed in an egg crate, and it's a prized possession.
because I was like,
Or a weapon of
were
some
the
sort.
Christmas lights on your house?
It was one of those-
steal them
it was
off?
They're on his
laser
bike, you
things.
idiot.
It was one of those laser
that
things, project the
onto your
lights onto the house.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
expensive.
I wouldn't categorize
Like
that as
$30.
Christmas lights. I guess
No,
you're right.
that's
Yeah, because
No.
they're Christmas lights.
Those
They're
are not
green
Christmas
and red.
lights.
Yeah.
Tom is right on this.
Christmas
That
lights
is
are a strand.
That is a display.
Yeah. That's a
That's a
Christmas display.
feature.
Yeah.
That's a feature.
So they
Christmas feature.
They
You're
just
gonna-
took that
and
out of your yard.
Take semantics about it and talk about. They are Christmas lights. They're green and red. They're not blue.
Now-
they're not silver.
Oh yeah, don't say blue.
Yeah,
This guy will
I
call
know.
you Johnny Jew Man or whatever. He
I
goes.
didn't say that.
He does. He does.
I know.
It's weird. There's
Tom's
a
gonna get
weird
beat up
little
today if he keeps
subtle
this up.
racism he
No,
throws
it's
in.
not. No, it's not. I just I just equate when you have all blue lights on your
should be
house.
a
And
menorah
you're
only,
celebrating
right?
Hanukkah.
be
No,
spinning
it's
a
not.
dreidel.
I don't. But my argument's always been that yes,
lights.
blue is a traditional Hanukkah color,
Yeah.
but it's not like I don't see that and go like, oh, there's a Jewish guy there. I just go like, oh, holiday lights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this guy's all
could be
about
like
categorizing and stamping a label on everything.
I'm just.
He needs to put everyone in their little boxes.
Yeah,
it's a colorful-
That's how he controls us and knocks us down.
So, EJ, there's a couple things
My
about
lights are non-binary.
this. What? It seems like, the bike you had in the back of your truck and your Christmas.
You can't say that without
display.
laughing.
It's like, because usually when people steal things, it's for quick pawns.
Yeah.
It's like a
I'm gonna
quick
check
plug.
the pawn shops after
So
this afternoon.
or whatever, so you can get some oxy or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it seems like a bike and a Christmas display. Like, what is that even worth? You know what I'm saying?
The bike is
Bike's
transportation.
like $250
100%.
for sure, and then
No, but I'm saying
think about it,
for
I can't even
resale,
replace
not
it
what you bought.
But I can't even replace it because there's no bikes anywhere.
So what kind of bike is it?
It's a Huffy. It's a metallic orange and black. And
I like that Halloween Huffy.
Yeah, I do. It was the only one that was available.
I
bought it at the
Hey,
beginning
look,
of the
everybody.
pandemic, and I was using it
There
for
he goes,
exercise.
the
and
great
it's the only reason why I'm
pumpkin.
not 400 pounds.
Is it, well, technically, walking will help you better than, I'm just saying. But Also,
The bike is more efficient.
what could you get for that Huffy at a pawn shop?
Probably $100, maybe.
Really? I don't even think $100. You think?
No.
I was at
You're not getting
$30,
100 for that.
$20.
But they probably didn't pawn it. They're probably
No,
using
They're probably
it
using
Just
it.
drive-
until someone else
riding
steals
around?
it from them.
Oh, okay.
I know the community where he lives,
Oh, yeah.
and it's.
Believe me. That's why I went out last night with a searchlight.
With a searchlight.
Did you go on the other side of
Oh,
Land
yeah, I
Street?
did. I
With
went
a
both
lantern?
ways.
You have a nice cap on? You're like,
Yeah.
Scrooge.
The Belle Isle Edgewood area is where I was at over like Oak Ridge and Lancaster.
Which-
so if you see an orange
which
and black
subdivision are
bike,
you in?
call me. I'll put a bounty on it. I'll give my Christmas bonus for my office.
Oh, wow.
If you tell me where that
That's
person
more
is.
than what got stolen.
Which
by the way.
subdivision
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you in? Are you in Kratom Manor? Or are you in? Are you
off of
Ogre Ridge?
Molly Groves.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now your bike was in the back of your truck, right?
Usually I have it locked up with a chain, but I just got done Pokemoning for the day off on Monday.
Oh, is that what
Yeah.
you? Is that
It's a
how you?
verb.
And I
that's
was
how you verb
home.
it. Yeah.
I was home, and like it happened between like noon and 3
In the middle of the day?
in the middle of the day.
Oh,
that's
I'm
do you have a
brazen.
Ring doorbell?
It doesn't face out by the truck. It
Yeah,
faces
Yeah, he turns
just-
it inside so he can see
No.
what's going on. In his home, he spends so little
And
time
only
with
he
his
watches
family.
if someone tries to steal one of my packages from my house. That's the only thing.
And did they steal the light in the middle of the day too?
Yeah.
Like both?
Both at the same time.
Wow, how would you even know what that light is?
Oh, they've been watching them.
Yeah.
So at night they
scoping
they
his
see.
house.
They go.
I'm gonna get that
feature.
feature. Like, it's the
Wet
It
bandits.
may have just been. That sounds like a clowning. You know what I'm saying?
It does
Like,
sound like a
No,
clown.
Because I
those
feel-
things get stolen all the time.
They
and-
do. Yeah.
The light?
There's 3
Yeah.
of them. The 3 of them in our neighborhood got took.
I have a brick of
What do you
gold
do with
sitting
that?
on
One
my
was like
outside table that no one has touched in years. It's covered in dust.
One
I
was like
literally
snowflakes
staple
down
money
the
to
street.
the. I staple money to my
And the
home.
thing is, I have a police
Key
officer that
West
lives
bar.
like 2 houses down.
But the light, that's worth nothing, right?
no,
That,
it's
that-
like 30
$30?
expensive.
no, not what you bought. I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's
to resell it?
Yeah, it's-
They're
no.
probably giving it to someone, or they're
Yeah.
using it at their house.
Their house. I mean, what,
Yeah.
Hold
you
on.
put a laser display in front of your cardboard box?
yeah. Hold on. Is someone literally stealing people's Christmas decorations and then using it for?
This
I
is
feel like.
very normal in
Yeah.
not so affluent neighborhoods.
But if you're a scumbag enough to steal other people's Christmas decorations, do you even care about decorating your own house?
yes,
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
crackheads get in the Christmas spirit too.
That's,
I usually get the
seems
Christmas
odd.
spirit, and I went to Ken Miller's toy drive last night, and then I got a parking ticket for having my. No, my Monday was horrible.
I feel like Ken's on the hook for that, right?
yeah. So the parking ticket you got for your trailer hitch,
my trailer hitch was in the crosswalk.
did they write that in the note?
It was like partially in the crosswalk.
Oh man,
How much is that?
Why do you have a trailer?
$37.
Oh, for your jet skis. That's
yeah,
right.
which I haven't sold yet.
Man,
Your
your life
bike-
is falling
Oh.
apart.
Dude, I need a fence.
Well, put
My
your jet
screen
skis
is
out front.
fixed.
Let them steal those.
I just
Well,
have
he
the
needs the money
insurance
for him.
You know, I don't know how to tell you how to get back your bike because it's gone. It's 100%
Yeah.
gone. You'll never get it back.
I mean, at this
And the
point,
thing is,
it's
I think they left a crappy bike at my house.
Hold on, they left
They
theirs?
traded
Yes.
out.
hold on.
bike trade.
Yeah. Now it's
Whoa,
different.
yeah.
Now it's
Well,
different.
This is just a
I was like,
blind
why is this
person that
bike
got
in front of
confused.
my house. I'm like, what is this?
This is just a blind person that got confused riding those rentable bikes
How?
and didn't know that that was your bike
well,
and not a
You had
rentable
to go in
bike.
the back of my truck to get a rental bike.
Sure.
What bike did they leave? Well, at least they were
Oh,
courteous
the brakes
enough
are all broken.
and to
It's a
exchange.
women's
You can't
bike.
replace that pumpkin Huffy, man.
you know,
I like my bike.
here's the thing.
It's my Pokemon transport.
I'd be livid.
Dude,
So,
thank God I didn't find him last night. I'd be in jail.
are you gonna ride? Like I'm like you beating someone
Over an old Huffy.
Well, then I
What'd you
figured I have to
do?
murder them because they know where I live.
And then you're
Some guy took my Christmas feature and my pumpkin Huffy and I beat him to death. I am dumb.
and then your kids are visiting you in jail for next Christmas. And your orange jumpsuit. You can't.
it matches my bike.
There you go.
No, you're
the
like
black letters.
You're like I got the vaccine because I'm in here. That's my Christmas wish.
Got fast track right to the front of the line. It's amazing.
So
And it's not gay if you do it in the shower.
that stinks. But you know, maybe they needed it more than you.
I
and-
like your Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Maybe
I
they
like
were
your
down
Christmas
on their
spirit.
luck.
Yeah.
and they were, they had a crappy bike.
Or
They saw
maybe, just maybe, they stole it, sold the feature for Oxycontin, and overdosed. Literally 45 minutes after stealing it.
Then it'd be easy to find the bike.
No. So one of their friends took it.
Oh yeah, those don't last long in front yards
Yeah,
in that
no.
neighborhood.
Maybe let's Samantha, look on, and the time we do this bit, look on Craigslist for a used Huffy. What was it called?
There's a metallic orange and black.
Metallic orange and black Huffy,
Yeah.
and then whatever the cost is, we will buy EJ.
I like this idea.
We'll give you the money. You got to go make the transaction. I'm not doing that.
Killed over your.
I'm not tucking my.
Get murdered on Christmas.
No, you're not getting murdered. I hope it's on there.
But there's only one caveat here that the chat room suggested. You have to get Huff Life tattooed on your gunt.
Was Craigslist always a .org?
They have been
it.
since. Yeah, now they're a cult.
Oh my god, I thought it was always .com.
No,
right?
now it's a doomsday cult. So yeah. No,
Has it always been a .org?
No, right?
I've never been to the
Well,
Craigslist.org.
they changed it.
They lost their certificate for .com.
Oh man, we've done that a couple
The internet's like, too bad. So you gotta go org, bro. All right, so let's hit it.
Oh God, it is time to do. What is this called again? Nerd Jock? I think so. Yeah, sorry, EJ, we got it.
Nerds. Nerds. Nerds.
Jock, nerd, jock, nerd.
It's Nerd Jock with EJ. How you doing, EJ?
You know how I'm feeling.
It has, in fact, always been a .org, guys.
Really?
That's
Really?
coming
Wow.
from Schwag1247 to the
Most
chat
people just
room.
Google
thanks,
it, don't
Schwag.
they?
Why do I not recall that?
I don't remember that either.
Twitch.tv/TomDan Live for shows live video component, and then
Is
also.
it a hyper vortex?
Whoa, that sounds right.
Maybe.
It's orange and silver, but
orange?
it's in Poinciana, so that's probably
Nah, definitely.
How much? What does that go?
What do
for?
they want?
that's
for it?
going for $130.
Oh,
that's
wow.
high.
Yeah.
But it looks like a really nice bike.
Yeah. EJ's wasn't that nice. Go lower.
wasn't.
Go lower.
No.
Yeah. That's too new.
Kind of unicycle.
Would you like a banana seat?
Yeah.
Oh, he loves the banana seat. Are you crazy?
StreamlineFlorida.com if you want to refi. Maybe you want to consolidate all your debt back into your house. Now's the time to do it. The mortgage, the interest rates are crazy low. People are refining like crazy. Just give them a call and find out. You could save a bunch of money, go down to a 15-year, take some cash out, pay off your credit card. There's a lot of different options. Do the best business decision for your life and family. Call StreamlineFlorida.com.
Don't tell me what to do, bro.
So, EJ, what do we got first?
We got so much stuff. Because Disney basically dumped everything at their investor meeting last weekend, and it was just crazy. But should we do Jock stuff first, so I can know? I know you're gonna blank out if I do a bunch of nerd stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's start with the nerd.
Hey, read your room, know your audience.
Yeah,
well
I know.
done.
Let's do that. Okay. We got to talk about Sarah Fuller scoring her 2 extra points.
Saw that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Good for her. Yeah,
that's great.
They actually scored, which is a surprise, even after they fired their coach.
So, she kicked extra point.
Yeah, because the week before their game got canceled because of COVID. So this is the first game she's able to actually participate in that was meaningful. I
This
guess.
is going to make a lot of people mad. Just prefacing, because how I say this is going to, people are going to take it wrong immediately. I know this.
Okay.
So
Well,
you're
you're gonna have to-
prefacing, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you're
Yeah.
saying
Because people are going to
I'm
hear
not
it.
racist, but
No, they're going to hear it in the way of their emotion. They're going to emotionally hear it, and I don't mean it to be like that. I just want to be pure logic in this. Now okay. So she first female to
in
score
a Power 5 conference.
a point
Yeah.
in a game, right?
Sure.
It's a big deal, and it's cool that she
Yeah,
did
it's
this.
cool,
And
yeah.
I think it's awesome that she got this opportunity, and it's a cool thing, if anything, just to show that we're getting better as a society, right? Only caveat is there wasn't, and I don't know this to be true, but I think it was just a scenario where they put her in this position instead of having a tryout and picking the best kicker possible in this scenario. And does that tarnish this at all? That's all I'm saying. because it wasn't.
No, she didn't control that, so I say no.
No, but I'm saying, does it
Because
tarnish
of
being
asterisks,
the
you're saying
first
because of
woman?
COVID and all this stuff.
No,
going on?
Because she didn't.
I say no.
Actually
She
earn it in
doesn't
a tryout.
control that process.
Yeah, it was the coach. No, I know, not on her, but I'm just saying in the
Traditionally,
guides,
you're saying she wouldn't have earned the spot if this was a regular scenario.
or no, I'm just saying because it wasn't earned as a open tryout. She was the best kicker out of all of them.
I mean,
and
you
she
can
got
look
the
at it
job
like
being the best.
or maybe you have to look at it from the standpoint of the only way it was going to happen
Right.
was to do it like this because.
But there's nothing
guys
stopping women from trying out.
Traditionally, I think there is, right? Or do they let
No.
women try out?
You can
You
try.
I
try
always
out.
feel like that
usually
would
you have
be-
to talk to the athletic director.
Yeah, but
and
there might
get a
be some
tryout.
bias of even if she was a good kicker, sometimes
Yeah.
it's a boys' club. They don't want
Yeah.
to have a girl on the
Well,
team.
think about all the stuff you'd have to do on. She has to have her own separate locker room.
Right.
She
It becomes more
Yeah, and
inconvenient.
there's all these other things that might.
But I feel like if
problems.
if a person was the best kicker, I feel like that any
would
coach
make- yeah.
would be like, because all they would do is want to win and their jobs depend on it.
It's
so
a meritocracy, and
Yeah,
then if
meritocracy, yeah.
She earns it. She earns it. If not,
Yeah.
then you don't get it. It's usually, but there's also it comes down
Of
to
course.
biased and stuff like that. So
Listen, I am happy for her and the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that this happened, and I think it's cool. I'm just saying it may tarnish it, being that it wasn't fully a tryout, and she didn't earn the
unfortunate
position
thing is
against
that
other people or whatever.
I think the unfortunate thing, and you're probably proving the point, is
Mm.
that people are going to want to look for that
right.
yeah,
to tarnish
find
it.
a reason
rather
yeah.
than just
I think-
letting it be what it is.
Right.
yeah, it's something
You know.
That's-
fantastic.
well,
yeah,
again, the people hear it and
Right.
they hear me saying they're like, "Yo, you're a sexist a-hole." I'm like, not saying that. I'm just saying under
Other people
football,
are
But
gonna
does
think
this okay? Now to continue this, which has been a thing that I know you have said has decreased your quality of life.
Yeah.
Would you say that the question you asked is the typical question that you would ask when you're watching or doing something with your wife that drives her crazy?
Oh, yeah,
because you're not letting it just be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This
That-
is what drives
okay,
my
I
wife,
just
and I'm
wanted to
sure
check.
lots of people around me.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a questioning guy.
Because I question, she's like, just leave it be. And I'm like, I can't leave it be. I have to ask.
Yeah.
I have to figure it out.
you're interested. You're curious.
Yeah, yeah.
It's important to learn.
Yeah, because and I don't know. Maybe they had an open tryout. She was the best kicker. Then they chose her because that was
Yeah.
I don't know
You're
all the
TomDan.
facts.
You think differently.
I thought that it was a hey, let's put her on. She can kick.
Yeah.
Instead of whatever. Anyway.
Okay.
Good for her.
There's so many crazy endings. Should we play the video of the?
Yeah, I
okay.
got it.
It's Ball State versus Western Michigan, and it ended with the craziest
State?
ending. Yeah, Ball State.
You never
versus
heard of
Western
Ball State?
Michigan.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really understood it. There was a lot of like college names and mascots I don't get, like Buckeye Bruce or Bruce. What's this guy's name?
Oh, Ohio State's
Oh,
Buckeye.
yeah. That's
yeah,
a
don't
stupid-
get it.
yeah.
The old Miss guy, the big fat
Corn
Confederate,
Huskers.
that big fat Confederate old Miss guy with the big.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
that guy.
Running
How,
Rebels.
how is that guy still around? My God, I
Well-
just look at that guy and I'm like, you should have been canceled 25 years
Didn't
ago.
UNLV change its sponsorship? Wasn't it like the Running Rebels, and they wanted to change it to like Admiral Akbar?
I don't understand any of this stuff.
Cleveland just dropped.
Just
Indians.
dropped. That was the
Oh,
other
did
thing.
they?
One of the
That's
other
right.
stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to
Anyway.
be probably the Cleveland baseball team, which that sounds kind of good.
All right, let me get your.
Listen, calling it the Washington
Football
football
team
team is
sounds
fine.
actually good. It sounds like a
Yeah.
soccer team.
No
though,
one
now.
cares.
one
The
cares.
dumb names are
Yeah,
stupid.
and they're
Yeah.
fine. They're better than the Falcons. All right.
Okay, this is the end of the game. They're losing 27-30. Western Michigan is, and they go and they start doing a bunch of laterals. Like Miami's done this. A bunch of teams have done this.
Yeah.
You should just play it. And I think they do like 13 laterals.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
This
Like,
is the
John
old.
Michael- yeah.
the-
We're losing. We got one shot at this. No timeouts.
Jefferson
So they do
back
3,
to Ellaby, the quarterback.
Yep.
4,
Here's
They're
more.
doing backward passes, laterals.
5.
A lot of
That
laterals
cost them
near
the game right there
midfield.
because it was a
winds up
forward
with
pass
French
right there.
Back to Ellaby.
We're going
7,
Are you counting?
8,
More. Another lateral.
9,
Someone just wants to be open
10,
here. Ellaby.
11.
This is going to wind up being a safety. Jalen
12.
Hall spins, gets rid of it to Jefferson.
13, 14.
It's the
Watch this
interception of
big
Puerto
guy.
Rico.
He saves this play right here by
Recovered
jumping on this
by
guy
Ball
and knocking the
State.
ball loose.
And the Cardinals.
They think the game's
send
over
the
with, so the
Twitter
team
lights.
runs out of the field. And the play's still going. It hasn't been whistled dead yet.
So the whole team.
The whole
out
team
there.
is on the field, so they don't know what to do,
boy.
and the guy's still running with the football.
Oh, boy.
And then he tosses it again. And then the coach gets on the field for the other team and tells them, run, it's still going. They score a touchdown.
Sky Moore to the end zone. That's a Western Michigan.
Do they count it though?
After the play, the referees come on the field and they discuss it and say because there was a forward lateral, the whole thing is nixed. And they don't. And so it costs them the game. They still lose. But they did all this stuff. And both the teams were on the field at the time. And they didn't know what the referees didn't know what to do.
I'm glad they lost, and I'll explain why.
This man hates fun.
What? Oh, I said I'll explain why. Why do you call me the Grinch?
You stole my Christmas
I'll tell you why.
I keep hoping you're not going to do it. But I look at you and you couldn't find it. You're like, I got a crap on this roll by hand.
Hold on.
I got too much of this female kicking hating me. I got to spread it on somebody.
I have no female kicking. So this is why they should have lost. Because
you are the funniest person I know. I love laughing.
in the spirit of the game, it just this.
It comes too close to rugby, and they're just playing a
Well,
rugby
yeah,
play
because
instead.
now you're just doing a bunch of nonsense. This is not football anymore.
This is schoolyard stuff.
Yeah,
we used to do
You
that back in the
never
day, which
looked
is
older.
fun.
You're like,
No,
you're
you're
the
no
old
fun.
All the nonsense.
You're the old googly moogly and the tossy
Okay, yeah, lateral hit 17 times, and then the other team runs out in the field because of course it should have been done, and then you're bumping into the trombone guy, and then you score a touchdown. You're like, what?
Spike of the tuba player.
What you were doing wasn't football. The game ended
That
at
is
the
football.
score. No,
Yes.
it's a ridiculous novelty, and it's
So laterals are not part of the game.
no, it is.
I honestly wish I didn't agree with you, but I do. The whole idea of them,
but not to that extent. The Miracle in Miami. It just it came back up in my timeline again because now they did a couple laterals, but it was a designed lateral play
This
where
was designed mostly.
no, they just are throwing it behind your head and then you're throwing.
Usually that's the scenario.
No,
you
it
have
didn't.
you have like 3 passes that you plan, but after that it's like
Okay, but if
it's
you don't
improv.
get it in the 3
It's like
passes, I'm
improv
done with
in
it.
here.
I'm like, you deserve to lose. It's done. If you get it in a couple laterals, then I'm like, oh, Miracle Miami. But after 15, 17 laterals, I'm just like, you deserve it. Call it. It's done. You're just wasting the time.
The problem here is that I put this on the officials.
Yeah,
because like
the
this
officials should have stopped
this whole thing could have been a thing, right? It could have been a touchdown. I mean, it technically, but I'm with you. But the officials, they lost control of that, and NFL referees are not like EPL soccer referees. I don't think NFL referees always look like they don't know what they're doing and they barely have control of anything.
Because
And
they
in
don't give
EPL
them that much power.
It's always in New York.
They keep a tight rope on them.
They keep it in New York, and I think that's crap. I like it when the rep because somebody should have said that when that other team came on the field, you're getting penalized.
It should have been offsetting penalties and do the play again.
Yeah. Or
That's
something.
what they should have done.
But
I'm with you. It does look silly.
After a certain
and
amount,
you're right. You hit the tuba guy, and then he falls into your mom, and then the ball rolls, and then the wheelchair guy comes out. He's like,
But what if it works?
like
I know. Miracle in Miami. It did work.
yeah, but that was 2
And then the
laterals.
Hurricanes did it against the Duke years ago.
I know, but when it becomes so many that it's a joke, I'm like, well, that's not even football. If it's a design play and you lateral a couple times and you make a touchdown, I'm like, all right.
I'm mad at you because you ruined Duke for me because now anytime somebody says the college name Duke, I think
lacrosse?
of poop.
Okay, well, speaking of
No,
Duke,
because Tom always he laughed. One day we got punchy in here, and Tom's like, Duke, it's like poop. And then now I can't undo it. Now anytime it's like, Duke's in the lead, I'm like, poop.
So, before we go on to the next sports story, I got to mention this. So, I was watching that crazy Monday Night Football game last night against Ravens and Browns.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I was playing
I wish
cyber.
I was watching it instead of being searching for my bike.
I was doing a little Cyberpunk 2077.
So,
how big is it?
That's good.
At the end of
what to talk about.
Huge.
It was
Huge.
Somewhere in the fourth quarter, later on in the fourth quarter, Lamar Jackson leaves the game because of cramps.
Duke.
Well, no, okay. Well,
He probably had to poop.
Well, okay.
I have no players that had to do that.
Okay, so this is what I want to ask you. And then all on Twitter, I was like, Lamar Jackson had to poop. And then they cut to, which I've never seen, by the way. This is interesting.
They cut to the bathroom stall.
The
glass breaks and he comes out like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Seriously, I bet they have it somewhere.
They do.
They cut to there's a camera in the locker room hallway.
In the hallway,
which
yeah.
I've never seen them cut to before.
They do.
Well,
they usually do it. Basketball games is famous for doing it a lot of times.
Yeah, but in the NFL, I mean,
NFL every once in a while they'll do it.
And then so they cut to it and they show Lamar Jackson running. Now here's the thing. I know they have to run weird on when they're standing on concrete because
you
the
have to have
cleats,
hard cleats, yeah.
and it's slippery, right?
Yeah. Oh, you'll eat crap if you don't.
But the way he's running looks like he's planking for doo-doo, right? Like, because he's like taking tiny steps, and then when he gets to the front of the locker room, there's like a trainer walking out, and he's like, like he's telling him, go, like get the hell out of my way, I have to doo-doo.
You describe that as if it were a task that an old lady would do at a pioneer settlement. You're like, hey, come down here, we're planking for doo-doo. You know, it sounds like a thing. Like,
and then
it's hilarious.
And then they were like, oh, and then it was weird. They bring on the backup, obviously, and then Cleveland is up. And
I
then
heard you talking about that this morning and how people on Twitter were just going like
they're
they were
like, you gotta
spinning
go
out
doo-doo.
of, yeah.
And then I'm like, no way. So my question to you,
hey, it happened on a Peloton ride. And I thought of this. I wrote it down because I wanted to tie it in.
The trainer?
Yeah, all
Had
the
to do
rides
it?
are live, right? Andrea's doing a run with this trainer's named Matt Wilpers. He's amazing. 8 minutes into the thing, dude cuts out live because he had diarrhea.
Yeah.
And he had to go like, I apologize to everyone. Oh, man. And
What
he
are
put
you
a
supposed to
picture of a
do?
stomach, and he's like, oh, I had the poo-poo. And Andrea's like, does that happen to, this guy is a literally an elite training human, right?
Yeah.
And you get poo-poo cramps?
yeah, because my thing
He's
is,
human still.
yeah, but it's not like they're pre-gaming and eating barbecue in the parking lot before the game. Like these
He's having a
athletes,
gel pack, some hydration station.
these athletes have such
Usually
a regimen.
pasta, so you get carbohydrates to fuel yourself.
Every quarterback has a personal trainer, nutritionist, full time on staff that's with them every single and so they're eating the same exact thing. So
Norm thinks he went to Sbarro like Max.
but they didn't.
6 slices of greasy cheese pizza.
And with obviously with they're used to playing these games, and then your adrenaline's up. You're doing a sporting activity. It seemed to me unlikely that you would have an emergency poop in that situation. It does.
Happens, yes.
And why?
My brother had to do it in the middle of a high school football
I think
game.
I would just go in my
He tapped
pants.
himself out and ran to the locker room.
He may have been eating Sbarro before the game. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying at this level of Lamar
I saw it in
Jackson,
Miami. A couple guys did it in Miami.
and they just all of a sudden had like an emergency doo-doo. Weird.
But usually you wait till your drive is over with and you run in the back real fast.
The
Usually that's
worst-
but it happens every once in a
The
while.
worst would be Buccaneers throwback uniforms, white creamsicle.
yeah.
But if I'm Lamar Jackson,
Chargers
Ravens,
would be bad
black
too.
pants, I let it go, and I win the game.
Yeah, the Browns.
Ooh.
You
No,
just wear the brown pants.
Well,
You'll be fine.
either way, I'm just crapping my pants and winning the game.
It just seemed, and because it obviously was something not serious, because then literally he came running back out and threw a touchdown immediately, and it was like, whoa,
You know what
this
it
guy
meant?
just went and took a doo-doo and then ran back in and threw a
Lost
touchdown.
a couple ounces.
It
made
works for
work.
dogs and racehorses.
But-
I mean, like,
But he put his team in a bad position because the backup QB couldn't do anything, and so then
I
it was
don't
like,
think it was doo-doo. I
couldn't
think
you
he
hold
went to
it?
the side. He's like,
I wish
all
I'd
right,
played
I'm
him
good.
in
Runs
ran-
right back out.
I'm out of the playoffs because I didn't play him last night.
And then also, if you do have, so let's
I don't
say,
think it happens
extreme
bad.
body cramps for whatever reason, like leg or whatever, that does happen.
Well, they
Right?
do IVs.
And then they do emergency
An IV,
IVs,
yeah.
right? And then that eliminates it.
Usually, yeah.
So
it takes
that,
but it takes about like 10 minutes.
so that could be it as
Wait a
well.
minute.
I lean
If I
towards
have
that more
doo-doo
than
cramps,
doo-doo.
if I give myself
No, not
an
doo-doo
IV,
cramps.
No, it's a regular
Regular
muscle
cramps,
All right.
like muscle cramps.
Yeah.
Well, once again, there's a bunch of crazy endings to games. Did you see the shoe throws? There was 2 of them this weekend.
No, what?
Did you see the shoe? One was it during the UF versus LSU game when the guy got tackled the guy and he threw the shoe 20 yards down the field and the referee even says it.
So he tackled
I should've
him
pulled
and then
that video.
picked his
Damn it.
shoe up and threw it.
The cornerback tackled receiver.
Yeah.
And when he tackled him, he like pulled his shoe off, takes the shoe, and then throws it 20 yards down the field. And then he gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Ah.
And the referee even says it like, yo, The player took the other player's shoe off and then threw it 20 yards down the field, 15-yard penalty.
Oh, wait a minute. I like that.
And it would have been fourth down. They stopped him on a fourth down.
Oh,
and it
no.
cost them a first. And that's
no,
why
but
LSU won that game.
I like, though, that the ref explained what was happening because that's something that is missing from football, man.
Yes.
I'm like, what is that? What?
Yeah.
And then also happened the BYU versus Tennessee game. One of the linemen threw the quarterback's shoe down the field.
Oh, here's one more thing. If I'm going to be grumpy like you are.
Shoe throws. It was like George Bush was in there.
Did one happen before the other? Were they influenced by each other?
I think they were happening at the same time.
Huh. Weird.
If I'm going to be grumpy like you are, I got to throw this out there, too.
I like it.
Much like cell phone technology and how comedians call here and we can never get a good line and they always break up, NFL referees have had bad microphones for 10 years. It's time that they get a nice, perfect microphone that always works and that they don't have to control or flip the switch or anything weird. It's just going to work every time. That's going to happen. 2021's looking up, guys.
Bluetooth, maybe.
So the throwing the opponent's shoe is just a
Classic insult.
in the moment. Dodo, I'm mad at you. I'm throwing the shoe for you to get it.
It
like
has
a
something to
bully.
do with you. I'm getting rid of it.
It's what I do with my daughter when we're play wrestling and one of her sandals falls off. I throw it really far so she has to run and get it.
It's what a bully does to a nerd. It's like, here's your shoe, go get it, and you throw it far away. So it's like, but did they both get penalties?
They both got penalties. Yeah.
So and
It
one of them cost them the game.
Yeah.
So that guy may have ruined his career because you do things like that. And if you're getting drafted in the NFL, things like not being able to control your emotions is a thing
That's
that
why
a
a lot of people
coach.
passed on Dominican Sue.
Yeah,
a lot of times. Yeah.
Like when you have personal
Absolutely.
problems or maybe behavioral problems, they won't take you.
Self-control issues. Yeah.
And it could cost you the game.
But the players are not the only problem. The coaches are a problem. Did you see the end of the Georgia Tech versus Pittsburgh game?
No.
The two coaches and the handshake.
No, I didn't.
would they do
what
the
happened?
long, hard?
No, it was the one where the one coach just disrespected the handshake and kept walking.
Did they go to meet?
They went to meet, and they tried to do the web to web, and he kind of shook and ran. And the one coach was like, "No, I want to hold your hand." And
no, that's
coach was
allowed.
pissed.
Yeah.
If you don't want to shake the
yeah.
coach's hand in the EPL, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, they hate each other. And when they would play, when you had Chelsea playing Arsenal, it would be terrible. And at the end, the two coaches would look at each other, middle finger. I mean, I like that.
They need to get rid of the handshake. I don't like it.
I don't think you need to do it.
Especially with the Rona going around.
Just
you don't
go
need
inside.
that. Yeah.
And
Hey,
if you want to be cool, if you're cool, because
Yeah,
sometimes
if
they
that's the
are.
scenario,
Hey,
yeah.
good game. But if you're not cool, you should be able to middle finger or burt or up yours or whatever.
and I
Just
know-
don't not physical hurt
why
somebody.
do that?
And
Yeah.
people will be like, "Oh, you're teaching a bad lesson to our youth," but just teach your youth, hey. And when you're youth sports or when you're college or school sports,
It's
you
different.
have be
Yeah.
sportsmanlike, whatever.
Yeah.
And this is the pros, and they hate each other.
Yeah, this is your job. This is your livelihood on the line.
And
of
so,
course, you're going to get emotional about it if you
so
care.
that gets thrown out the window.
Yeah,
and just
also-
teach people that. If you make it to the pros, you don't have to be a sportsman anymore. I like that.
I mean, you can go a little further. That's
You have to follow the rules, or you're going to
professional
penalize.
that's an
what you're
easy
saying.
way in.
I like
but
it. No sportsman.
You could expand on that a little bit and be like, well, on the field they dislike each other, but if they saw each other at Chili's, they might send over a El Presidente margarita. You don't have to, because that's how I always took it. When we were playing, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, whatever, we're not playing.
Yeah,
now.
we're just
Yeah. You want to destroy your opponent. I like it even further than that. The players hate each other.
Yeah.
And because
That's how I always said. When I played ladies field hockey, we just continued to, on the field, war, off the field, just
some of the
us scouts
skirts
having a
always look good in
sleepover.
that
some of the
sport.
greatest games, like Steelers versus Browns, where they're trying to kill each other,
or Steelers Ravens. Yeah.
Or Steelers Ravens, when those rivalries happen and the players are into it, those are great games because not often because they're so pro that it's
Or
they
the
don't give
Giants,
a damn
Cowboys.
who they play
Yeah.
for. It's just a uniform.
Ask
Whoever
me.
pays you the most.
Ask me my favorite part of playing football.
What's your favorite part?
Dog piles, because I can't control my sneaky hands.
Oh, believe me, the bad stuff happens.
I know.
How'd you do in your gambling this weekend?
Not bad.
Did you take the Dolphins against the Chiefs? I told you it was 7.5 and it was 6 points.
I teased the Chiefs down, so I
Did
still
you?
won.
Okay.
But because I got them at a 1.5, minus
Okay.
a 1.5. But I did see that, and the Dolphins actually kept up with the
Even
Chiefs
with Devontae Parker out, which cost me. I didn't change my lineup.
better
in
than I thought.
fantasy.
Yeah. Although it seems like the Chiefs, and this can't be true, but it does seem like they literally can just win when they want, and then they'll just play, and then if it ever comes to the Mahomes has to win
for them, right?
They're like, Tyreek Hill, just go for a bomb. I'll throw it to you every time, and then it's like, okay, they can literally just win when they want.
I think they want to keep it close so the sponsors get their because if it's a blowout, they leave.
I watched a full game because sometimes
that
they
can't
do
be
that
true.
in the season.
I don't know.
And I was watching. I was
like
watching
it, though.
Kansas City play, and they seem they just seem bored. It's just like they're just doing.
We can turn it on anyone.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It does. I've never seen a team play like that where everybody seems so confident. Where
I've never seen a quarterback smile that much.
It's like this guy
having a good time.
is
He's
stone
calm.
cold
He can throw laterals
confident.
all day, and Tom would hate it.
And he's just like walking around like, hey,
He knows and is the best. That's hard. That's a hard combo. It's like he knows he's the best, and he acts like it.
And he also does one thing that you can be the best. Like I think as far as I know you disagree. I still think as far as accomplishments, Tom Brady. But he has one. He doesn't have one thing that Mahomes has. Mahomes, when he does anything, looks really cool.
Yes,
doing it. He looks cool.
Yeah,
and
Tom Brady looks like a robot after
nerdy,
most of the time. Yeah,
but Mahomes is cool. He's just like, I'm laughing. My hair is wavy and blowing.
Yeah,
and
he looks like he's having a good time. Tom Brady's a businessman.
Tom Brady
like a
is
Lego man.
Yeah, he's on the spectrum, the high football. You know what I'm saying? He's spectrum football.
Yeah. We got to do some nerd. We're gonna wrap
it up, or do a break and then
I'm just watching time
because I got lots of stuff for nerd. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, it's up to you guys. We're gonna be jam packed.
Let's take a break and what's it called?
It's right now.
No,
do that and we can come back.
Yeah, we'll do that. So all right, we'll be right back with more Corporate Time. Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, Samantha, and Butler, and our friend EJ, smack dab in the middle of Nerd Jock.
Thank you for having me, guys.
So, what do you have about Disney Plus?
Well, Disney, the investors meeting was last week, and they dumped everything. I think they did this to Big D against HBO Max, saying they're going to put their movies on HBO Max and in theaters. So Disney's like, okay, you're going to do that, we're going to do this, and just dump everything that they're planning on doing for the next, I think it's the next 5 years, I think they did.
So what do you mean by dump everything? Just
As
reveal?
It revealed everything they have planned for either Marvel, Hulu, FX, Lucasfilms, all their divisions. They released everything they're going to do it because they're trying to entice investors to invest more money into the company, which it's easy to see what they're doing because they're going to make billions of dollars off everything.
Yeah. And so I wonder if a lot of these streaming services now are going to be prompted to start announcing future plans just because HBO Max did it, and then the HBO Max essentially jumped them by saying, "Hey, we're gonna have all the new movies," and then they got all the attention, and then all the other streaming services are like, "Oh man, they're getting a super."
We got to compete for this money because everyone's cutting the cord and not doing cable anymore, so we got to do all these services, and we got to entice them to use our service as well as other ones, and you're going to have to get a certain piece of the pie.
This is the nail in the coffin for movie theaters, right? With the HBO Max announcement, and it feels like all the other streaming services are going to be like, well, screw this. HBO Max is doing it. We're going to do it. Like, we need...
Well, the only thing I keep hearing is people saying, well, nothing will be able to, duplicate that big screen movie feeling.
Well, that and also...
That's the only thing I keep hearing.
That and you have to talk to the creators and stuff like that because they're the ones that have to put the product out, and if they don't like it only being on the small screen, they want to put it in theaters for that experience.
Well, this might surprise you, but as a non-movie guy, it bums me out probably more than even you guys that go to the movies a lot. Because the movies to me is like you go to the movies all the time. You went to the movies all the time before the pandemic.
I went during the pandemic.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, to me, going to the movies is sort of a big deal because I'm not a movie guy.
But is it nostalgia?
Yeah. 100% driven by that.
Because I feel like all the teens, because like when we were teens, going to the movies was
a
an
big
experience.
Deal. Yeah, it
and
was.
now in your 2020 teens, a pandemic is eliminating that as an option. And the longer that happens, the less nostalgia they'll have, and it'll just be one of these weird old-timey things that happen. There will still be movie theaters scattered around, but I just do not see that it's going to be as relevant.
Yeah. I put it like this. I have to do basically just a bullet point of everything they release. Just for Lucasfilm. Okay, for Lucasfilm, they're doing the Obi-Wan series. They're going to do Bad Batch, which I think you guys would like the name. because it's about the Clone Wars, the troopers that were a bad batch of clones, and they're just a group, and it looks like it's
so it's
Order
like
66.
the Land of Misfit Toys.
Yeah, but like one of them's like really big, and one of them has like
so
a,
it's,
like a sloth scenario.
Doom Patrol, or
kind of like that, yeah.
Or what's the other one?
Titans or whatever. I've been watching that a lot.
What's her name? Harley Quinn and her gang.
Oh yeah, on like Clayface and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, all those guys. What was that movie?
Oh, Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. It's like that.
because that's
but with
coming out on
droids,
HBO
right?
Max too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
like goofy droids.
Explain to me with because I do not know this. The clones, the white army
during
guys.
the prequels.
Yeah.
They had a
don't talk about the
clone
white army guys. Those are different.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole
That's
different-
called clones, or
Yeah,
whatever.
they were clones. They were all from.
Are they cloned humans
They were
put in?
cloned out of Jango Fett. So Boba Fett's dad had Boba Fett's a clone, but the thing is, he had like accelerated growth because you need to have. Them grow really fast to adulthood really quickly. So, oh god, I know it's
I'm
really
kidding.
nerd stuff.
Can't you just make robots? Why think you have
that
the
was the
technology?
whole thing. The other army had robots.
Yeah.
And they lost to the clones because they could think like humans.
Yeah,
and,
they were
and
always a
be
step ahead of the
improvise.
robots.
They can improvise.
Do they clone them? Do they have personality?
They all
and
have different personalities. They have different names and numbers and stuff like that, like sixes and stuff.
Do they have wants and needs? Like
Yeah, but they're also programmed to have loyalty and duty.
Like
and
if I
honor and
have
stuff
a
like that.
clone, if he's like, I'm hungry, I'm like, you shut up.
Yeah,
You're not getting
If you
anything.
like,
to eat.
The Mandalorian, you should probably watch the Clone Wars animated shows because they're connected right now.
Can you
a lot.
abuse the clones, or is that illegal?
And also the video game Battlefront is they just talked about Operation Cinder in the last episode.
no, I'm
and
serious.
that's connected.
Can I
Like,
get in trouble for abusing my clone? Like I got 5 clones,
No, because so there was a Jedi general that would use them and just use them as fodder.
but they could turn on me, right? Like they could
eventually, well, that's what Order 66 was. It was basically say
Are they slaves?
kind of, yeah.
Oh, this
so
is terrible.
They don't have
They're
like
clones,
a
so
norm.
they
They
don't
don't
have
take their
really
suit
human
off
rights.
and go on vacation. Or
No, their job is to be soldiers, and that's it.
and then they do that all times,
That's
every
all
time.
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a bumper sticker that says Abraham Lasers freed the clones.
But okay, bullet points.
It'll be huge.
They also have Rangers of the New Republic. Ahsoka's getting her own series. Andor, which is the Rogue One thing. And we're running out of time. So.
No, it's all right.
Okay,
Power
look.
through.
Yeah,
Ethan.
okay.
Don't
Star Wars
You're
Visions.
freaking out,
We
man.
got Lando, the Acolyte, a droid story, Rogue Squadron. They're gonna do more Willow stuff. Tika Waititi is gonna have a Star
Tika
Wars movie.
Waititi.
That Mark
Hey.
Ruffalo
Can't
and
say
Jason
that.
Momoa.
I gotta cut that out.
Tika Waititi.
He's the one that did Thor Ragnarok.
So a ridiculous
don't talk
amount of
about my
Star
Ragnarok.
Wars stuff.
Yeah, that's just the Star Wars stuff. That's just one division of their thing that they announced at this meeting. I haven't even touched Marvel. I haven't even touched their regular movies.
My God.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's just an insane
Yeah,
amount of
it's
content.
They
insanity.
dumped everything. That's why I said we need more time.
And
I know you got to do your next thing.
but it's a smart move in the fact that it keeps people holding on to that
Oh,
Disney
I'm
Plus
I'm looking forward to it,
subscription.
yeah.
And I bet a lot of these companies are going to have, because people are now making choices. They're like, well, do I drop Hulu for Netflix? Because now
Well,
there's
Hulu
so
comes
many.
as a batch with Disney Plus.
Okay,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah,
the same
yeah.
company. Because Hulu is also them.
But it's
and
like-
they're Maid's Tales and that on Hulu.
They need a
which they
reason
renewed.
for their consumer to hold on to that subscription
Yeah.
because of future. We should
I
start
mean,
announcing
it's-
future BDM shows.
Yeah, but it's easier for you. Well, just lie. We'll just lie. Matthew McConaughey lie with Tom and Dan.
We're gonna get Brad Pitt on.
All right. Bye-bye.
It is another corporate time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Butler's in the other room. Our good friend EJ hanging out with us today. Would you like for me to jump into this right now? Because I do have a new one.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
And it's not from me. It's from, I know, one of your favorites.
Okay.
I believe that I had one left over from your favorite Weird Job Wednesday theme song singer, not me, not Pariah Mike, Kenny.
No, okay.
I think I have one from Kenny.
Okay.
I found it this morning. I've been saving it as a surprise. It's Billy Ray Cyrus. It could not tie in better for today's
no.
Weird Job. It just feels good. The energy is good.
All right.
Let's do it. Oh, man. Wish I'd thought of this one.
Tom wants to do a bit, and Dan really likes it, where you say some weird ways you earn some dough. So tell us, what's your job? Are you a big fat slob? Sam constantly dreams of leaving the show. So what do you say on this Weird Job Wednesday? And is it something they will understand?
So it's the old backing
And
tracks. in
how
there.
much do you make in 2 weeks if you train? Could your job be performed by one TomDan?
It's the karaoke track.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, he did a Tom. He he did upped his production quality.
Was this the one that you recorded in his car the last time?
Oh, that's it?
Oh,
He didn't even say it. Oh,
Fade it
that's my
out.
job. My achy breaky job.
Oh, God, I forgot that part.
He got to the end. He's like, oh, I got
wow.
nothing. He gave us a D right. I'm about to go 5,000 on these ends. Right now, I'm right.
No chorus.
I got nothing.
We're just going to do the lyrics.
All right. Well, we might as well get into a weird job then, buddy.
Yep, on today's Weird Job, we actually have a sponsor
Yeah.
who has a weird job that I think that, some people don't consider like owner of a business a weird job, but it's so, like, you do so many different things.
Might be the weirdest. At least
yeah.
it is for me. Like, I've done radio, 28 years now? Something like that. And owning a company is way weirder than all of that.
So we have Chad Fortson on the line, owner of Secured Roofing and Restoration. How you doing, Chad?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Good,
Good,
man.
good.
Thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to be with us.
So
Yes, sir. I'm on a job site right now taking care of the people.
All right.
awesome. So, Chad, how does one become the owner of a roofing company?
That's a funny story. Well, you just grow up in Lake County, Florida, and been around construction my whole life. And my dad was a farmer. My grandfather was a farmer at Zelwood Farms and Duda Farms, and just been around construction and saw that we have a lot of storms in the area, and saw a lot of people that couldn't get their roofs done in a considerable amount of time, and just wanted to help them out, and said, you know what, sounds like a good plan. So that's what I did.
Wow,
love
that's a real man. I mean, also, I gotta say,
Did you also see how when we started our company, we hemmed and hawed so much that our wives basically called us the P word?
yeah.
This man did not do that.
No,
did
no,
you
no.
see? He's like,
I saw a
well,
need,
they
and-
need some roofs, and I know how to do them because I've been around it all my life. So I guess I'm not going to do the corn and Zellwood. I'm going to do the roofs.
Also, I got
That's
my
right.
I got my grass from Duda Farms that
did
make
indeed.
a high quality, nice grass, and I'm told by my landscaper, best grass in Florida. Anyway,
He would be correct.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So, Chad, when you grew up, and we talk about real men a lot here, and only because me and Daniel
Are soft boys.
Our dads
Yeah.
were real men, and we kind of aspire to be that, but we did not grow up in that trajectory. We grew up in the radio business,
Yeah.
sitting in air conditioned, talking
I
behind
mean,
the mic.
Chad, the first instrument I learned how to play was the flute. I think that gives you an idea of where I was going.
Yeah. So, but
Well, I can tell you one thing, Dan. My dad was a big fan. He's passed away, but he was a big fan of yours, and he listened to you guys for many, many years. I
All
can
right,
tell you
on.
that.
Well,
Awesome.
God bless him, giving love to Dad now. That's very, very cool.
So, Chad, when you say you grew up in construction, was it something that you just learned? Your dad taught you, and you basically, he did everything himself, and you just learned like that? Did you start working early in construction?
Yeah, my uncle and my mother was in real estate, and at an early age in my 20s, I flipped a few houses, and I fell in love with that, and it just kind of progressed to where it got in. And I buy my materials from ABC Supply, which is the biggest company in the world as far as roofing materials, and sold materials for them for a while, and I just loved it. And like I said, I mean, I saw a lot of people in the state of Florida that just went through a lot of heartache and pain when it comes to all the storms that we have, and have a lot of bad, companies out there. But I said, you know what, I can make a difference, and so that's what I wanted to do, and I just got into it, and I just fell in love with it from, day one.
Well, you brought up something pretty interesting. You said there are a lot, and there are. I mean, I think anybody in the market for a roof. I've only purchased one, thankfully,
Yeah.
on my second house I ever owned. And it can be very scary. It can be intimidating, and there are a lot of bad guys out there that can take advantage of people. Was that ever something that might have deterred you, or did you always look at it like, hey, this is good if I can get in there and actually provide a great product, but do it reputably? instead of being, nefarious or trying to scam folks, that maybe I can carve this niche out. Or was that the way you looked at it?
That's exactly the way I looked at it, because the roof is the most important part of your home. I mean, that secures your home. That's why I started secured roofing, hence the name, because, it's the most important part of your home. And when it's not secured and you've got leaks coming in, and you do have people out there that do take advantage of people, and it's just, a lot of roofers out there maybe have a good name, may have a bad name. I wanted to make my company to have the best name to where, all my employees, that's our biggest goal. No matter, there's always mistakes, there's problems that come up, but we make sure that we finish the product and make it done. And the biggest difference between me and a lot of, companies out there is we go in and we get it done in a matter of a day or two at tops. And, a lot of companies are out there and they're, there for a week, 2 weeks, and, we got a lot of older, people in the area, and I don't want them to feel like, oh my gosh, they're still here. We go in, we get out, and we're done. Yeah. And that's what we like to do.
Yeah, and Chad, I want to ask you about you mentioned there's a lot of scam companies and I feel like, especially in Florida, roofing companies have been given a bad name from people that prey on Floridians during storm season, because we've always heard those tales of all the roofers coming down from North Carolina and descend upon Florida after we have a bad storm, and then that's when you get tons of people getting scammed, and you put down deposits or they finish half your roof. I've heard of stories before where people paid half up front, and they literally just did they took all the shingles off the roof and prepped it and then never came back.
Some of the quotes you even get, just something as simple as getting a quote for your roof. I almost made a really poor decision many years ago when I did purchase that roof, because even the quotes I were getting were just all over the place, rando, weird.
So Chad, can you tell some of our listeners how to avoid or spot some of the scam artists that especially after storms?
Absolutely. You never want to do what's called an AOB, and that's what a lot of companies do. It's called an assignment of benefits, and as soon as you see that, run. And that's what I do, and I tell all my homeowners that we deal with. We don't ask for anything up front. I do not get a payment till the job is done. Completely done. And if anybody asks for half up front, that means they're having to buy the materials and get that money for the materials to do the job. If you don't have a company that can't come out there and do your job and make you feel comfortable without asking money from you in the beginning, you need to run from them. And especially if anybody asks for an AOB, assignment of benefits, run, because what that does, it turns their insurance company over to the roofing company. And the roofing company can sue the insurance company and do whatever they want to the homeowner. They can sue the homeowner at that point. They can do whatever. And that's you definitely want to stay away from AOBs. And never, if a company asks for money up front, run.
Also, when they show up with all the shingles and their supplies in the back of their Escalade with their hatch open because they couldn't close it, and then the guys are wearing long jean shorts on the roof, you're like, no, this I made a mistake. Chad, I want to ask you about, it seems, has the technology for the roofers themselves, because we always talk about one of the hardest jobs that I think any of us could even imagine is being a roofer in Florida. Yeah. And I know
the sunshine, the up down, the danger, the long hours.
Yeah, and I know all of
rain every afternoon.
Oh my God!
Secured roofing and restorations. The people that put on the roof on your house are employed by secured roofing.
That's their guys.
And so, but that's a super hard job because the heat, obviously, the work is involved. But has technology made it easier, at least with has the nail guns are so efficient now that it's faster? And then I see that the conveyor belt where they put
conveyor belt crane.
Yeah, they get stuff on the roof. That. And so is it easier now than it's ever been? Old school, when you started back in the 90s, 80s or whatever, people were putting up roofs, it was twice as hard or is it just about as hard as it always has been?
Well, everything was done by hammers back then, like the cap nails were done, and now we have actual automatic nails, which is great. But the other big thing is you want to make sure any roofer you deal with has got workman's comp. Have them show that to you and general liability, because there's a lot of them out there. They say they do, but they don't. So you want to make sure that they have workman's comp. So in case something does happen on your property, you're covered and the company's covered. And that's a big thing in industry. You want to make sure that everybody has got workman's comp, number one, and general liability that protects the homeowner and the company.
Yeah.
And it costs a lot of money because it's a hard business, but at the end of the day, you want to make sure that the homeowner feels comfortable and they know that you've got general liability and workman's comp.
I had a guy fall off my roof, I think, when I bought my roof. And then I think now
That was not a good day.
I may be remembering this incorrectly, Chad,
he
but I'm
fired before he
virtually
hit the
certain
ground?
we put him we put a sheet under him and we carried him off our property just in case. I think I put him in the street.
It's a Disney scenario.
He's
He
fine.
doesn't die on property.
He was fine, but we moved him just like right outside the mailbox.
I'm not joking. The original TomDan, my dad, when he was building his garage in Miami, he just had his friends and some people that he picked up to help do labor on the roof.
Okay.
And then a guy fell off, and this was a 2-story garage that he put his boat in, and landed and blew like the bones out of his legs, like compound fracture.
wow.
And I believe the story went where the people drove him to the hospital and like threw him out into the emergency room like a gang shooting because they couldn't.
He OD'd. I don't want to
like,
go
let
down
the
on
guy
this too.
say that he hurt himself on the property. Sue crazy. Like it was some crazy thing in the 90s. But yeah, don't do any of that. So let's talk nail guns, Chad, because when I hear someone put on a roof, I always can hear they get into this rhythm.
Or you can hear
It's
the
like,
skill
dang,
jack.
dang, 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 and then they go dang, 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 and then I'm like, how are they doing that fast? Because
never
this
done it?
nail gun is literally the size of a sewing machine. Like it is not a tiny.
It is.
It's gigantic.
It's big, yeah.
And they're hitting it at a rhythm,
Yeah.
which I'm sure they're using the bounce back to hit the other. Like how?
Exactly.
Well, they have targets on the shingles that they have to hit. Depending on the shingle, has to be anywhere from 4 to 6 hits. But it's a automatic machine for sure.
Chad, I want to also ask you about some roof urban legends, and one of them that my wife always yells at me about because I will sometimes get up on the roof to
smoke a lefty.
No, I'll get up there and say,
This
about
guy's
ending it
crazy,
all.
Chad.
no, go on.
He has to escape from his kids and wife. He hides on the roof.
No, I get up there because I got 2 oak trees and
Is that at 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Get up there early.
and to clean the leaves off and the gutters, and I got crazy acorns because there's so many oak trees.
We call him craycorns.
Anyway, so I get up there, and then I'm get up there with my blower, and I'm blowing all this stuff, and I'm walking around, and my wife yells at me. She's like, "Stop walking around the roof! It damages. You're not supposed to be walking around your roof with our shingles. It degrades them." And then one time I was sweeping, and she's like, "You're sweeping the granules off. You don't sweep the granules." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's
That's
like,
the stuff I don't know about either.
yeah,
so.
she's like, the roof needs the granules. It makes the shingles last longer. I'm like, the granules. I'm like, that.
And then Tom's like,
I
I'm
can
gonna
agree with
call
Crystal.
and bother Chad on a work site.
the owner of
Crystal on
a
all this
gigantic.
stuff.
I need an owner of a gigantic roofing company on a work site.
Tell
to
me I'm
stand in
right.
a porta potty and scream me the answer.
Oh, yeah. He's
Well,
like,
I can tell you, your wife is a smart woman.
I knew it.
This is awesome.
I won't tell her
Sells
that.
houses for a living. She
You
should know.
win.
Damn it.
Don't ever get on a roof unless you have if you have a leak, call a roofer. You should never get on your roof because it does damage the granulars, and that can cause other problems. But your wife is a very smart woman. Do not get on your roof unless
Damn
you're
it.
used to being on a roof.
Yes.
Because when she went back inside, I was like, granules, ask me.
You're ruining your roof.
Text
I
her
was
and
mad.
say she's right now.
I will never do
Just call
that.
Secured Roofing. Just call Secured Roofing, and we'll take care of it for you.
Because, Chad, I swept all the granules
No.
off. Because then I did it out of spite. I
his
spite
roof-
swept the granules.
His-
He only
his-
has tar on his roof now.
His roof is bright, shiny
Don't tell
like
me don't tell
marble.
me you're up there with a pressure washer either.
Oh, God, I did. It looked like it needed it.
He likes to do that move where
I
you
like it all
spray
black.
under the shingle.
That's where all the dirt is. It builds up under the shingles. I blew a couple off far, and I was like, oh. And then I just put the tape over it.
Yeah, if you put it.
You made a hurricane up there with a pressure washer.
Sounds like Hurricane Tom.
So don't sweep the granules. Don't pressure wash your roof.
Don't get up there.
walking up there.
Yeah, don't stand up there. And then also, when I was cleaning the gutters, I do it opposite. I do it where I lean over, so any small, like I get it lightheaded, I'll fall straight off onto my
What
head.
are you doing?
Crystal's gonna be wiping your butt when you're paralyzed.
You can call us for the gutters too, because we also do gutters.
Oh,
yeah.
I know that. Need to be.
I got you covered. Just have your wife call us, and we'll take care of it.
I like how he just took you out of the enclosure.
Yeah.
He just
Yeah,
said
yeah,
have
yeah.
Crystal call because
Don't get on the roof double, man.
Yeah. And,
Why don't you know more about our sponsor?
no, I don't. And Chad, and also, like, when it comes to if you do have some sort of damage, like, let's say a storm comes through, like, sometimes a wind will blow, and I'll hear something hit the top of my roof, like a branch comes off my oak tree, and then it hits, like, hard, like, boom! And I'm like, oh, my God! And then I'm like, just don't think about it.
it's probably just the granule.
And so if something like that happens, you guys will come out and do a free inspection to make sure there's no damage, right?
Absolutely. We'll come out within 24 hours, and if it needs to be tarped, we'll tarp it for you, and then we'll walk you through the process of whatever damage is there and take care of it for you. But we'll get out there within 24 hours and take care of it for you, because we're in Florida. We get hail, we get wind.
Yeah.
I mean, we get windstorms every other weekend here, and especially with 3-tab shingles, which is a lot of neighborhoods. Those only hold up to 60-mile-per-hour winds,
Right.
and as you guys know, we get that every other day in Florida.
Right.
So, and there's a lot of damage that you don't see from the ground. When we do come out and do a free inspection, we'll take a look at it and make sure that you're not going to end up with a leak, 6 months from at that point. But we'll walk you through the process, and all of our guys, they have their vehicles, and they'll come out and just make you feel really comfortable, because that's what my motto for my company is to make sure the homeowner, when my guys leave, make sure they feel like they just left a friend and they're actually taking care of them, not trying to, make a sell. That's not. I don't want to sell to anybody. I want to make people happy and take care of their needs.
Well, you're the exact opposite of Tom.
I was just saying that. It's our sponsor. Chad, thanks for sponsoring our show, by the way. We really appreciate it. And thanks for being on Weird Job Wednesday. Again, it's securedroofingandrestoration.com. And there you can go right on the front page of the website and get a free estimate. And we're doing a promotion where if you do get a free estimate, we'll mail you a free ACT hat.
It's my favorite hat we have. The gray one with the ACT logo on it is by Dome out of Jacksonville. It's phenomenal.
All right, Chad. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too, man. Take care.
See ya.
It's super cool, right?
Yeah,
I was going to bring up your skylight.
I get it. Don't say it, but don't talk about
put something
it.
over it. Maybe you can upgrade it.
And I know all the people in the chat room and everyone listening like, well, why don't you ask him how much money he makes?
Yeah, how much
I'm
is
not
the roof?
doing it.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
our
I was
sponsor.
I was waiting too.
No.
I was gonna do it.
Yeah. I've done enough damage. Just be myself.
I mean, could we have at least...
Well, you ruined the bid. That's part of the bid.
Yeah, you're supposed to yell,
I'll
tell me.
that's
Come
fine,
on.
yeah.
You're letting me down.
I'm
Could
fine
we-
with ruining the bit, not with ruining the company.
Hey, we finally got
New
the
shirt.
trade. All right.
shirt.
Yeah. Ruin the bid, not the company. That's the motto of this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, because I'm running a tightrope. And you know,
Hey, we know he's struggling.
Oh, by the
guys,
way,
so-
he's
You know the
not
end of the
walking
ti-
a tightrope. He's running a tightrope.
It's like-
because it's not going to last very long. guys.
Yeah.
You know, at the end when you drop the big stick,
Yeah.
and then usually you're like, I can just sprint the last
You
12
jumped
feet.
20 feet left.
You start running, and even though you're
Start
leaning,
leaning.
you you're like, as long as my feet touch, I can make
It's
it.
what a fat dental hygienist does on Wipeout. Like you get to the last big red ball and you jump for the novelty accordion than punching a boxing glove.
Yeah. That if I was Chad, that my pop-up would have been proud of me because it's like that is like a real man job. That it's like I own a secured roofing restoration.
Most impressive.
He's like, what do you do?
I see all this stuff all the time in my job. Like
Yeah.
I usually see the pictures of the shingles and stuff like that that's damaged. So
Chad can
I
do
know all this
something
stuff.
that-
All the stuff he's saying is listen to him. He knows
Chad's
what he's
a
talking
real
about.
man. He can do something none of us can do. He can stand in a piping hot porta potty for 18 minutes on the phone, not sweat one out, not even one bead of sweat. Walks out cool as a cucumber, got his red wings on, gets in his truck to go check some job sites.
Yeah, he's got a like an undershirt, a white undershirt, then his
yeah.
work shirt.
Sure, yeah.
Like, oh, you're
And
not
his neck is
sweating.
covered completely,
How
so
are
he
you
doesn't
not
have sunburn
sweating?
on
We
his
wear
neck.
chubbies and sandals because we're obese. We're like little Jabba the Hutt, just oozing
My
into our
t-shirt,
pod chairs.
My thin Bella Canvas shirt. I'm like, God, it's hot in here.
I know.
My buds are sweating.
Under boobs.
Bye. Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, Samantha Butler, and our good friend EJ all hanging out with you today.
Yeah, EJ had a bunch of nerd stories, so
Dude,
we
there's
decided
so
to
much.
extend
Yeah.
it. So
I still had stuff, and I kind of wanted to put it all in.
Let's do it.
We're still talking about Disney. We did Lucasfilm stuff. Now we could talk about Marvel.
Okay.
And Marvel they unloaded everything. Like they're going to do Secret Invasion with Samuel L. Jackson as a TV show they're going to put on Disney Plus. Because it basically, you ever read the storyline of Secret Invasion?
No, I don't know what Secret Invasion is.
Secret Invasion is when the Skrulls came down to Earth and they replaced the heroes. So like Spider-Woman was a Skrull and Elektra was a Skrull.
I don't know what Skrulls are. Yeah, this is
Skrulls were in Captain Marvel, the movie, and they're shapeshifters. They change their shape and stuff like that, and they even smell like a human. They even have the DNA.
God.
Yeah. So it basically
it's
it's
invasion
invasion of the body snatchers kind of scenario.
Are they
so
good?
They're replacing.
Are they good Skrulls or bad Skrulls?
There are good Skrulls and there are bad Skrulls. But
So it's just a way for Marvel character. Okay, this is just a way for comic book guys to reinvent their entire universe.
or anyone who died.
So it's a
could have
cop
been
out.
a Skrull.
So it's a cop out.
So I think Iron Man
It's
to
a
come
cop-out.
back. Yeah,
it's
Tony
like,
Stark.
oh,
they've
look,
done
not
this,
in this
yeah.
universe. This is a separate timeline.
Well, it's either
get
that
outta
or
here with
life model decoys.
There's only one
They're either
timeline.
robots or Skrulls.
No, I want one definitive timeline, and there's finality. Like Spider-Man's dead. Guess what? He's dead forever. There's worms eating his spider bones.
Well, there's also the multiverse. So you got to worry about that. So
I
like,
hate
you learned that
that
in the Spider-Verse.
Skrulls and
Which they're gonna do
multiverse.
that too.
This is all the equivalent of
Good storytelling.
of a TV show saying it's a dream. It was all a dream.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
Roseanne wakes up. Dan's alive.
Yeah. It's
He
but
didn't have a heart attack and die. Because John Goodman's a better character than Roseanne.
it's a lazy writing.
It
when
is.
You,
I mean,
you
it's
know,
like
when it's all a
Lazy
dream.
writing.
yeah.
It's just a writing technique that they use.
A writing technique. Okay, here's a writing
So
technique.
how do we make a bad? All these superheroes bad. Well, okay, these aliens came down. They can shapeshift into. There we go. all right.
Kind of
Lazy
is.
writing.
That's one way.
Okay.
Yeah, there's,
That's
you could have made
matter
it
of
more
opinion.
interesting.
It's subjective.
Or
I
you're
guess.
just describing it really badly and
Maybe that's
There's
probably
that
There's
too.
a possibility.
I'm also like narrowing it down so you can understand.
Okay.
I guess. Okay. There's also
So complicated. It's like-
Ironheart, which is the Riri Williams, who's going to probably replace Iron Man. She's a technical genius. She's kind of like a Tony Stark character.
So she's like a girl Iron Man?
girl Iron Man, yeah, but it's a African American female who basically she was
Ooh,
like
that could be
she's I
good.
think she's like the sixth smartest person in the MCU.
I kind of is she cocky? Like
Yeah.
I like that. All right.
Yeah, so that's going to be added to
That
the
sounds good.
Disney Plus.
Iron Woman.
Then they're doing Ironheart, and they're also doing Armor Wars. With,
Iron my shirt.
There it is.
I should laugh at it.
and I love how you said that, and I'm like, don't
Don't laugh.
and then I'm like,
And then you get Armor Wars with Don Cheadle,
Yeah.
and it's going to be.
I wish Chad heard that one.
Tom, roof's on me, buddy. Try it out.
Well, Armor Wars with Don Cheadle, who's going to be War Machine in it, and it's based off the storyline from Iron Man when he's destroying the other like variants of his armor. So basically, Don Cheadle's going to take care of anything that like Tony Stark's armors that were stolen. Like Whiplash in the original comic books was one of his armors, and also like Manta Ray and stuff like that. So he goes back to destroy him. So no one
Pretty
else can
loose
have.
with his armor.
Yeah, Tony Stark didn't want his technology falling into the wrong hands, and that's why Armor Wars happened.
Lock it up.
Then you got
you're
an idiot.
You have.
Yeah, you-
Can't you build an awesome safe?
Just write a way to save it, like you wrote a way to turn everybody bad. Oh, I have a cave that no one can get into. Boom, all the armor's in
Well,
the
he
cave.
died. Well, unless he's a Skrull, which would make which
It's
would
too
kind of defeat the whole purpose of
If
Tony
he's dead,
giving
he's
his
gotta be
life.
dead.
Yeah.
Well, they also have Loki, which we already talked about. The Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and What If. They released new trailers for him though at this event, and the Loki trailer looks amazing. Owen Wilson's in it, and he's the head of the Time
I
Variance.
like a more upbeat kind of trailer. Normally when I
it looks.
get one.
I'm really
Not
excited
a
about
low-key
Loki.
trailer. Thank you, Butler.
I got it.
Yeah, me and Butler are on the same dumb wavelength today. I'm riding the Butler wave, and I got to tell you guys, it's fun. I'm having the most fun I've ever had in here.
Well, ignorance is bliss, so that's fine.
So who is Loki now?
Loki with Tom Hiddleston, and it's the same actors and everything, and it's a connection. And supposedly, Kang the Conqueror is going to be both in this show.
Loki's
and
like sneaky Thor, right?
I was gonna
Yeah.
say again, who is Loki? Because me and Tom don't know.
I
never
don't
saw
know.
Thor Ragnarok.
No.
It's
No.
a good. Out of all
dude.
those dumb
Yeah.
movies, it's really
Tiki
good.
Watiti, who we just talked about in the
No.
last segment with Star Wars, he's the one who directed Thor Ragnarok. And
Every
it's a
time I
very
hear
good-
that, I think of Fraggle Rock.
Oh, Fraggle Rock, I'm in.
Fraggle Rock,
Yeah.
I think they are doing a reboot.
And then I
of it.
get
Weird
mad
to
at
get
it
on TV.
because I was like, "What is this?"
All I know is this week my wife's on the Ragnarok.
All these things lived under this old man's wooden house.
Hells yeah, the trash pile.
What is it?
Why was there a
Why
trash
don't they,
pile?
Why don't they go out the hole and kill the old man? That's what I
Well,
want.
who would
Some
take
of
care
them
of the
have gone
dog?
out the hole.
No, they got to kill him.
Yeah, you kill the dog too, everything.
Kill everything.
Burn the house down.
Yeah, if I
They're a
lived,
peaceful species.
no, if I live
What
underground,
about the diggers? Were they slaves too?
They were construction workers.
construction workers, but
what did they
I
made
was-
crystal? What did they make? They made something they ate, right?
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
construction set where it was like
But it was also their food.
yeah.
so
I think the
there was-
Fraggles ate the
Well,
construction site and ruined it every time, right?
they would build their skyscrapers
and
out
then the
of their
Fraggles
food.
would eat it.
Yeah. That's
Oh my
weird, right?
Yeah, I'm just glad that
Stupid.
this studio isn't built out of food.
Oh my god! So then we got also the What If, which is going to do Marvel Zombies. Have you seen
Okay.
the trailer for that where Captain America's a zombie and he's fighting the Winter Soldier?
No,
It's in the trailer.
it's too much. I feel like are
Well,
they dumping
that
this
one's
all out because
animated.
they know something we don't know? Is it the end of the world?
That one's animated.
Is that
It
why
looks
they're
like a
trying to
Telltale game.
Push all
So-
this out, like we got to get it out there now.
I think so.
If it was, I mean, really, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
They're also going to do Miss Marvel, which is Kamala. What's her last name?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Khan.
Okay.
You said
She's the
Kamala
new-
Harris.
I know.
Vice President.
Vice President. Yeah,
of
she's
this
also
fine
going to get a
country.
Disney show.
The misinformation in this
I'm
segment.
sorry, I misspoke.
Yeah.
I'm
You
still
told me
flustered.
Barack
They stole my
Obama was a
bike.
zombie Winter Soldier.
Kamala Ragnarok. What the hell?
And then Hawkeye's going to have his own show with Kate Bishop, who's like Hawkeye 2.
Hawkeye. It's too.
There's so much. Like,
Don't
and then
they
She-Hulk's
look at
going to be in
this?
it with Mark Ruffalo and Timothy
Don't
Roth.
they look
She-Hulk
at
back
this
as
at any point
Abomination.
and get embarrassed of themselves and
Also-
just like, this is all garbage.
I know this
not
is
garbage.
a theme
I
today,
love
and
this
people
stuff.
are going to be like, I knew it. That's why the new logo looks like Trump's hair. But do they have to do doesn't it seem like pandering if they make every character
yeah, you
a
can't
woman's
make
version?
but you also can't make
They did that,
everything.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, we got to have a She-Hulk. We got to have a She-Man.
Well, that's just
like,
that's again. They're like, how do we?
it seems
laziness.
pandering, right? Like
Pandering and lazy.
Yeah.
I like
Give us a brand new character that's a female. We don't need just a female version of something we already
I
have.
like She-Hulk better than regular Hulk.
Yeah, Jennifer Walters.
I just think it's a cooler, strong lady, right? It's
Yeah.
Well, she has more
mean,
control
don't know
over
nothing
her
about her.
alter
big,
ego.
strong, muscle man.
And she's a
Well,
lawyer.
but we've
and
had that for
she hooked
years.
up with the Juggernaut once.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine that.
Yeah,
They ripped that hotel room.
okay,
They
I'm
show
gonna-
they show it. The
I'm going to
aftermath.
tell you something. Juggernaut has to take Viagra. You can tell because he is the white version of Barry, the guy that died of COVID, and then Tom Segura had to raise money for his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Juggernaut looks like. He's
Yeah, yeah.
big,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's got a big one.
Yeah.
But he can't get the blood.
No,
Can't get the
no,
blood
no,
to it.
so
Yeah,
much.
too much
Ron
overeating,
Jeremy,
and
he has
he's
to hold
got-
the base of it.
He's
Yeah, yeah.
pre-diabetic, and
Yeah.
he's changed his ways a little bit because he bought a Nordic track, but not enough to not take Viagra.
And then we got Moon Knight is going to do a series. They
Hold
also
on.
have Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
They end up doing it when she is the Hulk, right? Not when she's a
Yeah.
normal. She couldn't.
She couldn't handle it if she was.
But so
Jennifer
when you're
Waltz.
But
the
he's
Hulk-
always big, right?
He's
Yeah,
always
yeah,
big, because he was the Crimson
But do
Gem
you-
of
And
Sidorak.
that sucks that he's got to be
How-
like, hey, you got to make yourself big so I can,
Yeah.
But but
It's like Wonder Woman
just
having
stay small
relations
and
with Superman.
just climb around on it a little bit.
That's Ant-Man. Ant-Man does some weird stuff. Like Scott Lang used to be a pervert.
Samantha's like thinking about it, she's horrified.
But once you turn yourself into the Hulk, it's rage that keeps you into the Hulk.
No, not with the She-Hulk.
Oh,
It's
what if-
different.
The She-Hulk's different, yeah, because she got a
smarty.
blood transfusion from Bruce Banner when she got shot.
So she
got
can just
Hulk
turn
AIDS.
herself into
She can change at
Hulk.
will whenever she wants, and it's not. Sometimes it's rage based, like sometimes, like depending on the writer.
So this week can be horny based, and
Yeah.
then you go into
Turn into
okay,
different
Yeah,
ones.
she's like a better
There's been different
Hulk.
versions of the Hulk. There's like the Gray Hulk, and then they have like the
Oh,
Monster
Gray
Hulk.
I've seen that one time. Lack of blood flow.
You guys are gonna totally skip over the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yeah, we're not into this stuff.
I
man.
know.
We're not into
But
it,
you-
but I do feel like this is too much stuff. I feel like they would have been better served had they just leaked these out, like putting it all.
Everyone in the chat is just tearing this apart. They said that she cannot revert back, that she's always the Hulk, and she is green.
It depends on the writer, and it depends on what
Did he-
time
That
in the
she's always
storyline.
Hulk.
Did
Hulked
she?
out.
Did he say she's not green? I know she's
No,
green.
she's green. No. I'm just
Oh,
saying that
so
she can
she's-
control it the way she changes. She's not always green.
That's not what
Sometimes,
the chat's
yeah.
saying, but I don't know because I'm not familiar. So.
And are you probably arguing the same? You're probably
We're
both
both right,
because
probably, depending on what version of this.
in this
She-Hulk.
multiverse, she's only
Yeah,
like,
616 or
okay,
the
That's the
Ultimate
part
I'm
that
with
drives
this.
me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is different. This is This is all over the
Now
place.
I
It's
like the one-off
crazy.
stories, and I've always said like Superman, Red Son, and stuff like that, where they go like, "Oh, okay, now this is like a writer being creative about something that." But I just feel like there should be more of a like, this is the story.
But that's what the what ifs are. Like, what if they're going to do Peggy Carter is going to be Captain America instead of Steve Rogers?
I'm okay with those, but I just feel like when you make it all confusing, I want one definitive timeline, and that's the one.
Well, that's what they usually do with reboots. Like the New 52, they restarted the DC universe, and with
How is DC doing even?
I think they're doing okay. Like I think didn't they sell their brand though? But a lot of stuff is going to HBO. Like they're animated. Like I'm watching Titans right now,
Yeah.
which I'm really enjoying.
People say they like that.
And
What
Doom
is that?
Patrol is fantastic. It's the Teen Titans on HBO Max.
That cartoon?
No, it's real life, yeah. And Starfire's pretty hot. She's a hot black chick in it.
Oh, you don't mean that there's a cartoon called Teen Titans?
There's a
right?
cartoon. There's a couple cartoons called Teen Titans. There's Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go, but this one's called Titans. And then like Hawk and Dove are in this one, and Starfire.
So is it just like teen superheroes?
There's Titans.
They're usually a little
there's
bit older.
Teen Titans. Then there's Tight Ones, which is just a series of jeans. Then there's Tight
see
Ones,
the outline?
porno. Don't
That
look
led-
at that one.
Oh god. So now
fat
we're
ones.
that right now.
It's Teen Fat Ones.
That was all the stuff that's
It's-
on just Disney Plus. Now they're talking about the momies. They have
And
like
then
Black
Teen Fat
Widow.
Ones Go, which is Joey Fatone as a teen
Hold
selling
on.
hot dogs running.
Put up a picture of Joey Fatone because EJ's a
Recent-
little
No,
Fatone.
don't say I was like
Lil Fatone. That's his
having
new
a-
rap name.
I'm having a bad week. Don't do this to me.
Little Fatone here. Just
Oh no.
Oh yeah, little.
Oh, someone give me a bike so I can lose some more weight so I don't look like Joey
Just
Fatone.
spike your hair up a little bit.
I don't know. I feel like Fatone's a little fitter than EJ.
All right, so I'm gonna
sorry.
go to. Okay, here's a recent one.
Yeah, but he doesn't
He's
magician
get
out
some
his beard
just for
like
men.
EJ.
Yeah, he's just for men.
Yeah, he
Color his
doesn't-
beard.
he
He's
doesn't-
letting it go
Yeah,
natural,
yeah.
not trying
No. He's
to
letting
be a
him-
magician.
He's older than me, right? I hope. Right?
I think he's my age, right?
He's like 42, 43.
Look up
It's about
Joey-
the same age, I bet.
Yeah,
His age.
probably. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm
What
gonna
else?
have to
Okay.
go back
Well,
and
now we
forth.
got to go to the. Now those were just the Disney Plus stuff. Now this is stuff that's
43.
going to be in the movies. Okay, so he's 3 years older
Yeah.
than me. They got the Black Widow still coming out in. I think it's crap. When is it coming out? I can't remember. Whatever. Then we got Shang-Chi, the Eternals, Spider-Man 3, which they're going to have Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield,
Toad Maguire.
and Jamie Foxx, and Alfred Molina is coming back as the Dr. Octopus.
So they are.
So they're doing the
bringing-
Spider-Verse, looks like. And if they don't do the pointing Spider-Man when they look at each other, where they're all pointing at each other, they did something wrong. They need to put that in the movie for sure.
So Jamie Foxx is going to be another.
He's going to be
Spider-Man.
Electro, yeah.
He's Electro.
Yeah, because I think they're combining all three Spider-Man universes, where it's the Raimi ones, the ones with Andrew Garfield, and the new ones with Tom Holland, and they're putting them all together. They're doing basically a live-action Spider-Verse.
God, are they gonna have the pig Spider-Man? Because
I don't know
Pig.
if they're
Spider-Ham.
or Gwen Stacy, Gwen
Peter
Gwen
Porker,
Spicer.
Spider-Ham.
and then Spider Noir, and then Penny Parker, which is the one, the anime one.
is there gonna be a Miles Morales?
I think so. I think they are casting the Miles Morales, but it hasn't been confirmed.
If I were a porn
completely.
star, I would dress as Spider-Man and call myself Miles C. Alice.
Oh, but they also have Doctor Strange coming out.
Do a
with-
lot of old man jokes.
Are you looking? I don't just for mid my beard either.
Then you got Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness coming out.
Oh, Doctor
Is that a
Strange in the
series?
multiverse.
That's the third movie.
Just
Oh, I
gorgeous.
must have missed the second one.
The second movie.
Dr.
Okay.
Car Wash and the crazy donkey caper. It's like
I like Doctor Strange.
all
Doctor Strange
garbage.
is good with Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, and then you have Thor: Love and Thunder, which Christian Bale is going to be Gore the God Butcher.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, and what's her name? Natalie Portman's coming back, and she's going to be female Thor.
For
in
the
that.
love of thunder, this is a
Tiki Watiti is
reality
directing
dating
that too.
show.
It's for big
For
people. Big
the
people.
love of thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Please accept this hammer that no one else can pick up.
Actually, that's what Tiki Watiti did at the thing, and handed Natalie Portman Mjolnir.
So,
And then Christian Bale's going to be in it. He's going to be Gore the God Butcher, who
Okay.
basically kills gods.
A lot of big
You
names.
guys
in all
should
of
just
these.
be
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Goro the God.
Gore.
Oh, Gore.
Gorr. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Lots of
There's lots, and then
fantasy-
Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are they
3.
recasting Black Panther? I mean,
They're
obviously.
not going to recast. They're
shouldn't.
gonna leave it
No.
as is. I think not Riri. God, what's the girl's name? I can't think of her name. God,
I know what you're talking about.
The one that used the technology in the movie. She's the one. His sister is probably going to take over the Black Panther mantle.
Okay, and then it'll be about her.
Kind of, yeah.
Will they write in a story?
Probably. They'll probably
About now in.
I don't know, but they said they're not going to recast and they're not going to do holograms with them. Is what they said. So they're not going to do anything with Chadwick Boseman, and they're not. They're trying not to disrespect his. legacy,
Absolutely,
which
yeah.
I think is the right thing to do.
Well, but like I have out of anybody that passed in recent times, that's like one of the only guys that like I think everybody said nothing but like wonderful, beautiful, amazing things about. So that's a good call.
The only thing I think they should do is stick with Stan Lee, though. Keep having him have cameos, and if you're going to do any hologram, I would do Stan
I thought
Lee.
he filmed a lot of them.
Well, his last one was in Endgame.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he did
Let
film a lot
the
of
man
them.
rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean,
We're-
like, I know you nerds want Stanley and everything, and I know you want your Goro the God Butchers and you know,
Goro's from Mortal Kombat.
50 different Spider-Mans pointing at each other with a pig Spider-Man and a girl
Oh,
Spider-Man.
I haven't even got to the good name of
it's
Ant-Man
just-
versus Wasp.
I
Ant-Man and
wish
Wasp.
you nerds would understand you can't have it all.
Ant-Man and Wasp, the new one, part 3, is going to be Quantumania.
I watched.
I just
Ant-Man
wanted to
on a
see
plane.
Tom's eyes when I said it.
Ant-Man on a plane is the worst Samuel L. Jackson movie ever.
Monday, Friday, snakes, and the
Somebody's got to kill this mother effing Ant-Man.
And then
Well, I think you guys would like Ant-Man because in the comic books he's a pervert. Like
I
the
thought he
Scott
was a-
Lang,
I thought
he
he
used
was
to go
a-
in people's like bras and stuff like that when he's little. Yeah, Tom would like that.
That's
Look
disgusting.
up the Scott.
yeah, but,
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want a 40-foot nipple.
yeah.
That guy's an idiot.
That's why would that make you? That would make you.
Yeah, you are a
disgusted,
pervert,
right?
Ant-Man. You're a
Or-
disgusting
Like,
pervert.
he used to do the stuff that the boys do, like the boys in the comic books, how they have that like sex bar that they go to, and they do the weird stuff there. Ant-Man used to do that in the comic books before they did the boys.
Okay, I don't want to spoil Ant-Man because I
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, Ant-Man's good.
It's
Paul
just-
Rudd's fantastic.
It's
in
a
it.
good movie.
Yeah.
It's just like once you're
The
down,
first one's better than the second.
You're the size of a molecule, and then you're like, I'm in a molecule. I'm like, okay.
Well, he's in the microverse,
Yeah.
and that's how they
Look,
figured
they
out how to
could
do time
molecule.
Gonna
travel.
get Tommy, so you better watch out.
Yeah.
The microverse.
yeah. It's just like, I'm like, all right, molecule.
That's how they figured
man.
out time travel, and that's how they saved in Endgame. Spoiler alert. They also are doing Blade with oh damn it! There's so much I couldn't keep everything.
So
down,
not
written down.
Wesley Snipes.
It's not Wesley Snipes. It's the guy that played Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage shows.
Okay. Now they had
okay.
said though that Wesley Snipes would possibly be a
Probably
part
be
of
a cameo, maybe. Maybe
Okay.
his. He wouldn't be.
But he's dressed like Stan Lee.
That'd be awesome if they had him as Deacon Frost. Though.
Hold on. I mean, couldn't Wesley Snipes still pull off Blade?
I think he pull off
I
Blade.
think
it would be great.
He looked good in
Look,
Expendables 3.
I want him to be older, fatter Blade. It would be great.
pull up Wesley Snipes now because I
Is it going to be like Boba Fett in his new armor when he looks like Fat Bod? Boba Fett?
I don't. I think he probably still looks a lot like Wesley Snipes. Like you get hire him a trainer. You train for 6 months before you start filming. Like you can get back.
Maybe.
Squeeze him into the.
I think he's been blacklisted though.
Yeah, he's kind of a weird cat. No, he looks good. He'd be fine.
Yeah. With some makeup and
Here
stuff.
he is. Here he is at the golden.
No, look at him.
Yeah,
he looks
he's
like
fine.
he hasn't aged in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, my God, he's still Blade.
Okay, here's a body shot. He's in good shape. He's fine. He's absolutely fine.
And he still knows that he can still do. I mean, they do CGI. They started doing it.
No,
Blade
you don't
3
even need
anyway.
to. Make him old Blade
I don't
and
think
make
you
him be an older, grittier vampire. He doesn't have the
He's
athletic
the
ability.
apprentice. He's
Make
the
him
new
Whistler.
Whistler.
Yeah,
Make him
he's an
Whistler. I
invention
think we'd be
guy
okay
now.
with that.
Yeah, that's good. Like, if I'm in if you do that, because I did like the Blade.
love
I'm not
Blade.
a nerd, but I am in certain aspects, and I did like Blade series, and the first original
The
Blade
first one's fantastic.
was one of the best.
Who was the
I
porn
loved it.
star was at the very beginning
Tracy
of that?
Lords.
Tracy Lords.
She's in the blood orgy scene.
Yeah, it was great, and Deacon Frost. It
was great.
Crystal
Yeah.
was going to name our first son Deacon after Deacon
Wow.
Frost and Blade.
Oh my God, you guys are trash people.
I
love it.
That's why.
There's a fun fact.
We almost named my son Xavier.
Yeah, I
after
almost named my
Professor X.
daughter Bass Pro Shop. Florida. Am I right?
And anyway,
It seems that in the last Blade Trinity, he was a disaster to work
Oh yeah,
with.
if you ever listen
So
to
they don't
stories
wanna
about
hire
Patton
him
Oswalt,
again.
like
Well,
Patton Oswalt talks
that's what
about
I'm
it.
reading,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, I don't give a damn if you can't. Like, you figure that out. Just give me goddamn what I want.
Okay.
I'm the boss.
It was like Butler.
you?
He was
Well,
saying
that's the
Hollywood?
consumer.
according to Patton Oswalt, it was like Butler was Blade. Because all he did is smoke weed and then do his lines. And he wouldn't answer to anything
Here's
but
the-
Blade.
Awesome. I'm doing that right now.
Just make him the new Whistler, and just make him just like
Small
a
cameo.
scene, just like Whistler. Like, and maybe he comes and saves you a little bit at the end, but like whatever. Just deal with him smoking weed and being horrible to work with. That's why you
Not
make the
paying his
big bucks.
taxes.
We as
Maybe
fans,
they're afraid of that.
well, that's what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he's
They
hard to
do
work
enough
with.
fan service, and you guys complain about all the fan service they do.
Yeah, but if they never, like, if they have him in like one scene.
Oh, I hate that.
and
It's
I'm
usually
just
like
okay.
this. He's like, I need a machine gun or something. And the guy's like, here, try this. And it's like, oh, it's the gun from the original movie. Oh, he's gone. That's
all-
It's the stupidest thing either.
I think it was high.
Or Stan Lee, too. I hate that he's peeks over a newspaper. He's like,
yeah.
See, I like the Stanley
good
cameos.
luck when
Don't
you're
hate
fighting
on 'em.
Captain America.
You've never seen a spaceship before? Yeah. When
This
he's
is
driving
my
the school bus.
Everything Stan Lee says, right,
Yeah.
Excelsior, sir.
All right, we get it. Old man knows how to draw. Who cares?
Excelsi snore.
If you're ruining the fantasy of the movie. It's like, oh, don't put the old man
Stop
that drew
saying
it.
that nonsense word, old man.
So,
And they also have Fantastic Four with Krasinski and his wife are going to play. It looks like they're in talks
Jim
to
for
be
the
Mr.
Office?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to turn to the camera and be like, my arms are stretchy.
yeah, one of my favorite comedy bits of all time is Norm Macdonald's Fantastic Four comedy bit.
Yes.
And just search it on YouTube. I won't ruin it, but it's just hilarious.
Just
And then it's
play
like,
it.
oh, and the ending joke be like, oh, you're Mr. Fantastic. Like, you named everybody. I'm Mr. Fantastic.
Thing.
Why aren't you Stretch Man? Anyway, that's not as good.
You said
I couldn't help myself. I had to say
You're
it.
the boss of
I had to
Hollywood.
say it. No, I just mean the consumer. Give the consumers what they want. They want the old Wesley Snipes as Whistler. And but the Whistler still is he?
That was
It was
Chris
Chris Christopherson.
Chris
yeah.
Still
Christopherson, one
Is
of
he-
America's greatest
Yeah, singer.
die?
singer-songwriters.
He died, or
Did he die in the movies? He died.
Yeah, in the
but
movies he died. I want to
Yeah, but he
say
comes back.
Chris
In
Christopherson.
the first movie, he
is
died and
still
then came back in the
alive.
second one. But the third one, he blows himself up in the
yeah,
warehouse.
yeah,
But
yeah.
at the beginning of the movie, he's like,
He
"I'm
is
done
still
with
alive.
this."
Yeah,
He's 84 years
it's amazing
old.
that part is
Yeah.
really played by. Like, honestly, if you were to mention Chris Christopherson to somebody like our buddy from Sunday Morning Coming Down.
Yeah, music legend.
Yeah, I mean, like, why am I not remembering my friends' names? Jesse and Joseph Martin. If you talk to those guys, if you talk to Joseph Martin, like, Chris Christopherson is a treasure.
Yeah.
And he played a guy in a dumb vampire movie.
yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
weird, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
which is the most famous role.
Oh, what's the guy?
He wrote the song Sunday Morning Coming Down.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
Mick
performed by
Jagger
Johnny
and New
Cash.
Jack.
but-
Do you remember Mick Jagger and New Jack, that movie?
I do remember
with
that.
Emilio Estevez, and he plays like the time traveler or something like
Yeah.
that. I can't remember the whole movie.
I do
about
remember
it.
that.
It's like weird. Like, well, of course. Then you got David Bowie in Labyrinth, and also in The Prestige.
All right, we gotta go, EJ.
you're just
you
kidding.
gotta do the
I'm just-
vlog.
Yeah,
What is that?
Excelsior.
Look out for a neon orange and silver bike.
Metallic
Oh,
orange.
It's
Oh, yeah,
metallic,
yeah, yeah,
orange
there-
and black.
You know, well, I'm
It's
gonna.
a Huffy.
Yep.
Yeah, Huffy.
What size? Do you know?
I don't know.
I'm gonna.
The gear, the cover is broken. It all has little
gonna
4 pegs out because I
Toys
had to
for
break it off.
tots with old
Yeah,
Jay.
we did Ken Miller's Toys
If
for
you
Tots
keep
last
your mouth
night.
shut, I can take you down there and tell them you're my son.
Yeah.
They'll feel really bad for me. You'll get the best bike ever.
I'm
But
not
you
going to
can't
pretend
say
I'm
a word.
autistic.
You just
That's
gotta
not
keep
okay.
looking at the.
I'm
no,
not the guy
no.
from Something About Mary.
No, we're not gonna tell them anything. We're just gonna stand there, and I'm gonna, Merry Christmas them.
Oh, you got perfect shoes for it.
How dare you?
Bye bye.
One of those black leather Velcro. All right, get the car. Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Butler are here, just passing small talk, which I know you love, Tom. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Have you done your shopping?
I'm halfway there.
I'm setting you up to succeed, Tom. We had this conversation
I know.
already.
I bought all my wife her
did it.
gifts, and it's done.
Congratulations.
But I didn't do anything else for anybody.
Can't
else.
clap. It's too cold in here.
Yeah, my
and
hands hurt.
every time I clap, it hurts. I have done 0
That's good.
Christmas shopping for my mom. Oh my God,
Oh.
my wife.
Oh, sad.
It is sadder now.
We
when I
all
do it.
stopped and looked at each other.
I
They're
thought
like,
that.
does he know she's
I
gone?
thought that was.
Is he that crazy?
I was like, wow, I did 0 Christmas shopping for my mom. I was like,
It
oh,
almost
why
sounds
would
like
you
a
say
joke.
that?
It also sounds like a horrible joke.
You only got a week and a half
I know.
left.
I haven't done anything for my wife. I haven't done anything for my daughter. But luckily, there is a Santa Claus, so I'm covered. I mean, easier to be a parent once you realize. I'm like, you idiot. You don't have to buy anything
Right?
for it. There's a fat pedophile flying around.
Oh.
He'll dump a bunch of stuff through, I don't know, some door, balcony
As
door.
long
He
as she was
knows.
good.
Yeah,
She wasn't naughty, right?
She was always naughty. Oh,
Nope,
the worst.
she's getting coal.
It's a 180 of Tommy and Max.
I scream at my sons when they're not listening. I'm like, the elves are watching. They're watching
What
you.
was that?
It sounded like you just screamed, Dale's a watching. Who's
Dale
Dale?
Earnhardt is watching children.
Dale is watching from up there, neck brace and all.
That-
And do not put this Christmas in the wall.
One of their elves is called Dale Earnhardt, and it's Dale Earnhardt the third, not Junior. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s son. We don't like Dale Jr. And
What
the
would
TomDan,
Dale Earnhardt the elf sound like, I wonder?
Hey, man, what's up? Hey, man, we're about to go 3 wide in the corner. Oh, my God, Menards.
Everything NASCAR, you just need to know one word. If your NASCAR buddy, he's like, oh, you don't watch NASCAR. Just go, I watch NASCAR at Menards. Which I think is a craft store.
Anyway, what is the?
I think it's a
I
craft
don't know.
store, yeah.
So
Way better than saying Hobby Lobby.
I threaten the boys that the elves are watching to so that
It works with me. It works with me 100%. What are your elves' names? We have Dodie.
But they've technically been naughty, and I'm yelling, look at they're looking at you be naughty. So it's like every time I say that, I'm like, well, that's really one tick for the naughty list because like should
They
you be
know-
getting Christmas
But they don't
presents?
No,
react.
they shouldn't. They know that you're going to give them whatever they want anyway.
But
know
they're
that.
like you. They don't
I know
react to
they
what
know.
you say, right? Because I kid you not, if
There are no consequences in
if
the van
Maisie acts up in front of Dodie Elf,
Uh-huh.
I go, and I try to do it subtly. I go, you're doing all
Better
of this
watch
in front of Dodie Elf. She will burst into tears.
Oh,
man.
okay.
I have my lies dialed in.
Yeah,
you don't
gotta
have your
dial
lies
in.
dialed
Yeah.
in.
It's just
You got to dial in your lies. You do them here. You
I'm
do them
not-
with our clients all the time. Why can't you?
Well, I'm only good at lying to our clients.
Pretend your children are our clients.
Yeah, it's hard because they're oh
God,
god.
jeez, Louise, you're like the at-home Scream store.
Yeah, you're right. They don't because I'm not menacing. And
No, you're not.
And they're not afraid of
Give
me.
me your
or,
best. Let's do some role play.
No.
I'm Tommy. I'm
Yeah,
fatter and older. Give me your best. I shouldn't be. Well, you can't do this because you can't
Tommy,
put yourself in the
well,
moment.
You gotta do Max.
I'm Max. I'm built like Max. I'm like Max and I are exactly the same size right now. In fact, he and I are swapping clothes. Give me your best. I shouldn't be climbing on the gas grill. I'm about to pull it over on top of me.
Well, no, it's more like it's weird too.
You can't even do it.
Well, hold on, because my sons are good.
They're perfect
like,
angels. They do nothing.
No, that's not true.
Maisie's good too, but she a little sassy.
But their nature is kind of follow the rules, be good. Like, and I have no idea why. Because my nature's not that.
Crystal's good.
No, she's a bad kid. She was smoking at 12 years old.
Oh my God!
Like she was.
That's good. That's like Drew Barrymore style, and that means she can grind. And that's more important than anything in the world is that grind.
Like I was got better conduct grades in school than Crystal did. Like,
well, that's just because you don't care and you'll just sit there until it's over.
And you also hate confrontation.
Yes, that's right. But
if a teacher ever said anything to you, turn red, wouldn't you?
So yeah. But they just like say it's time to brush their teeth and go to bed, and they're still running
Nighttime
around.
routine.
They're just running around the house, and then I'm like, come on, boys, come on, I told you.
Do you ever do the hey?
That's what I'm saying. Is that it? Is that the come on, boys? I wouldn't listen to you.
Have you ever had to tell either of them not to talk like that because that's disrespectful? I had to set the foot down 2 days ago on Maisie and say, you don't talk to your mom like that. You're about to get a tiny sandal in your yoga pants.
They're afraid.
You talk to your mom like that.
Well, no, they're afraid of the mom because she gets mad.
Yeah, because Crystal and I, we are a lot more similar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then they'll do Tommy, especially Tommy.
I need to use some of her techniques around here to get my way more.
He'll do this thing where Crystal will be like, hey, it's time. Like, he'll raise her voice a little bit, like not even that loud, but like it's time. Like, be stern with them.
Yeah.
And then Tommy will be like, Mommy hates us.
Your kids are so manipulative.
I
know.
And then she's like, Mommy's always mad at us.
Dude, your kids are really smart and they're really manipulative, and you should be afraid.
Tommy's like a master genius. He's already
he's going to be a cult leader.
Then
he's going to be the next Keith Raniere.
Yeah, we got to get him some yellow tinted glasses, scat, and a guitar. Somebody get that kid a Martin guitar and yellow tinted glasses.
Like, oh, he likes volleyball.
Oh, and straight Levi's, straight boot cut.
But then, so when Tommy's like, Mommy's always mad at us, and then Crystal will yell at me and turn to me and be like, see, because you don't do anything, now I'm the bad guy. I always am the bad guy. And I'm like, I didn't do nothing. I'm just sitting minding my own business watching football.
You know, we've been trying to put together a wife cast. We have to do one now because that's
about parenting. Oh, God.
Well, no, that's exactly what I do to Andrew. I look at her and I go, "This wouldn't happen if you back me up some and not make me always be the heavy."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Crystal does that.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then
this
Tommy's
got too real. I thought we were supposed to do voicemails.
I do.
I want to talk a voice. I want to hear a concrete toad voicemail.
Like, Mommy's always mad and yelling at us. I'm like,
See,
but I'm
that's
like,
why
no,
I can't have a kid because I'd be straight up. I'm like, this is not mad.
You know,
and
Maisie,
you don't want to see mommy
Maisie,
mad. So
yeah,
you better listen
Maisie
to
will
what I
try
say
that.
now.
She'll try like things like that, and I'll be like, "Come on, man."
Like, you know, this is it.
I go, that don't work with
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Are you crazy?
It works in the van house.
I do.
They know.
I do it with Maisie all the time, where she'll try. Oh, this is one she was doing last night. She'll take a bite of food, like something that she knows she's supposed to eat before she can get, a treat or a candy, or and Christmas is the worst time because it's just like candies and cookies everywhere, So she'll do I used to do this. You take a bite of food, the biggest one you can put in your mouth, and then you fill your mouth full of water and you swallow it like you're swallowing a cancer pill. And she was doing that. I go, don't do that. I go, you're swallowing the cancer pill trick, right? And she's like, no. I go, I know what you're doing. I am you, just not as pretty. I'm you.
Yeah.
Right.
You're doing it. Stop doing that. That does not work. And cut it with me. Because you're going to get a stomachache. You're filling your, it's just green beans and water down there.
I parent probably like let's say the federales in Mexico, where it's all
give me some money.
The whole system is run off
your
bribery.
Sons flash their breasts to get out of doing things wrong.
Everything is like, hey, listen, you do this, I'll give you chocolate, I'll give you this. And it works most of the time. It's like, hey, you want this? You gotta do this.
Not helping your children.
But they do it. And there's like, oh, you don't want got to do it, you don't get this. So there we go, fine.
Yeah, but you're saying that they're misbehaving or whatever, and they don't care about the elves.
But
at
again,
the end of the day, they're gonna get those.
It's not misbehaving, but because they never.
They don't listen. They're not listening to you.
Maybe they just don't believe in the elves. Maybe
go
they
brush your teeth. Go lay down for bed. If they don't listen to you, that's misbehaving. They're not listening.
That's true. It's
do you not know what behavior is?
I give
you
them.
should not have children, Tom.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, it's too far gone now.
It's too far gone now. Yeah.
I imagine though that the majority of kids out there don't just act the first time a parent suggests them to do something.
They're too distracted.
They just constantly will keep doing what they're doing until you raise your voice or you're stern with them or you bribe them in some way. Or
you yell.
Listen, Tommy, Daniel knows this. Tommy's as good as it's gonna get. Like as far as
with no influence, he's
just in nature wise.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
He just kind of came out and he's this guy. Same with May. But she came out and she's by design, she is kind of spicy.
But he's not a universal soldier where it's like he follows all commands.
No.
He's still a kid. So and that's what's hard. It's hard to be hard on him because he's as good as I imagine you could get at being a 6-year-old boy.
Plus with the connection, it's just that's just.
But anyway, that's all. They'll be talking to the therapist about it, and then I'll be screaming that the old man that I had way worse, harder than you did.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's
I'm
always
just waiting for me and Maisie to eventually go the ways of cable TV's Paul Sr. and Paul Jr. And I will watch her make her own smaller, yet maybe a little more, visionary motorcycle shop down the street from. It'd be a podcast.
Yeah.
Down the street, and I still have the big bloated glass, Orange County Chopper podcast. It's like commercialized, the Kiss of podcast. I've sold coffins and everything, and she's more in it for the art and, burr.
Then there'll be a meme of you yelling at her.
Well, I slam a door. And we get in these horrible fights. They're screaming at each other, and the only thing I'm missing is Mikey. I need a Mikey. I need a fat comic relief. Maybe EJ will just drop by and hang out with us. Let's try this voicemail, Tom.
Hey, guys. It's Greg from Atlanta. Just listening to one of the older shows, and you were talking about horny bonding. When I was in high school, I was riding in
Let's clarify horny bonding. Horny bonding is a concept that Tom came up with. By the way, I did this. It wasn't horny bonding, but I did drive by the Baywash.
Oh, Bikini?
The Bikini car wash. And Maisie, without prompt, screams to Andrea, who's with us, are there booty butts?
Oh, okay.
And Andrea cracks up and says, let's look. And then we saw them, so we all waved out of the sunroof and screamed booty butts.
Okay, yeah. There's some sort of bonding.
It's kind of fun.
The bikini.
I'm with you. I'm with the bikini and the booty butts.
Bikini bonding.
Yeah, but the horny bonding, father and son.
Yeah, it's only father and son.
I believe
now
that
Andrea could, they could go, Andrea and Maisie, when she gets of age, they could take in a men's review and elbow
well, you
each.
guys are both assuming that both of all your children are going to be heterosexual.
Well, I'm
too.
just
they
going.
could be attracted
of course,
to the booty butts of any gender.
Absolutely, but I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling right now.
Statistically,
I don't see it yet.
Probably statistically,
I think any booty butt's a booty butt, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if they see a booty butt, they're yelling it out.
What is
kids
the
traditionally,
amount of homosexual? There's no way to know because it's not like you have to fill it out in your
and not everybody's out.
Your census or whatever.
And I change daily. Like some days,
but I wonder
some days I'm not.
What the percentage of people born homosexual are?
Born this way, Lady Gaga.
I don't think there's a way to accurately.
But they probably have an estimate somewhere or something, right? Like someone's probably put together some data.
Again, that's people that are out. A lot of people are gay and are not out.
That'll give you some sort of picture of
just take whatever it is and then just make it bigger.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, like
right?
by 10% or whatever. It's like what? I wonder what.
It's like when we order T-shirts. We're like, how many fat guys listen to this show? Take that number and then just add like 8 to it.
Just amount of gay people you start doing. You're
we
like,
live in Orlando, so higher population.
Yeah, I know a lot of gay people.
You think 1 out of every 50 people are born homosexual or 100? I don't know what
that's a good question, though. I mean, I'm sure that they've attempted to do that. I just think that'd be very difficult. We'll continue.
Car with a buddy of mine, and my dad was driving, and he spotted a woman who was very well endowed, and he just made the offhanded comment that she was blessed, and somehow that evolved through me and my friend and all of our other friends, that whenever we saw a girl with big tits, we would just say blessed. That somehow spread through our entire high school, and the term blessed became a thing. I still run into buddies, 20 years later from high school, and they bring up blessed and whenever we see anything. So anyways,
is this guy
horny
trying
bonding
to...
is a thing. Thanks, guys.
Is this guy trying to take credit for something?
I was going to say, that's pretty common.
I think it was globally. I don't like...
Yeah,
it'd be like, okay, this is how I heard your call, sir, and I'm just going to reenact it. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Dan. I don't know about you guys, but at my high school, when something was great, I would say, this is cool. Somehow, that just caught on. It took the whole school was saying, that's cool, man. And I don't know about... No, that's
you're
what
right,
I heard.
because I have heard older men and people say, like, oh,
it's a nice way, yeah.
Also with the big D, too. Like, that reference, like, you were blessed. Like, that's... So, it's always... That's been
There's
a thing.
a movie where a tailor is measuring a guy, like comedy movie. I'm thinking like a Tootsie or some 80s movie. Don't know what it is. The tailor is measuring the man, and they ask you which side you dress on, and this guy doesn't understand it, and he makes the comment blessed. Can remember that somewhere in the noggin.
I could see, like, it's not really that popular especially in teenage, or like in this guy as a teenager, for you to look at a girl big boobs and be like blessed. Like, I can see that slang maybe was started.
But there is a lot of slang that I know you and I probably wouldn't know because we don't use a lot of like current slang.
I haven't heard that though. Like, just be looking at a girl with big boobs and be like, oh, blessed.
Hey, get
like,
some current slang. Let's see how much Tom and I know.
But the horny bonding, like this guy said,
2020 slang.
It's I think it's important for a dad to like we said on the Friday Free Show, just let your sons know you're not dead inside. You make a little comment here and there, and like, oh yeah, my old man's still a little bit horny. I don't know why that's important. It's weird when I'm saying it out loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just think it on the radio. What are your throw some slang at me, Sam?
Oh God, these
are they hard?
Well, it's not hard. It's just these websites are terrible with how they have everything set up. You know what extra means, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about period?
Ew.
Wow.
It's period with a DT at the end.
That was good. God, it was like we were both sitting and the doctor was giving the same reflex test.
This show is going to just turn into grumpy old men who will be old as hell. And then it's like, my God, they're still doing it? I mean, it's like very little people.
I hate this list because it's from Business Insider and it came out in
Business Insider.
It came out in September of 2020.
From...
And these are not new words. Like snatched, extra, period. These are all outdated already.
Hold on, but what does period mean?
It's basically like to emphasize something. To emphasize a point that's being made.
Oh, that's not slang, right? Like,
like it's
the
like
cat is black, period.
Yeah, that should be like, my wife is on her, period. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but like,
do you know what snatched means?
What?
Tom?
No, I don't know.
Stolen?
I don't know what extra is either, by the way.
Oh my God,
you're
being so extra right now.
I don't even know what, even used in the sentence. I
you
don't
know
what
that in that context.
It's like drama.
Yeah, like being dramatic.
There you go.
Okay.
Being over the top.
So you did know though.
I mean,
Too hard.
What about
just
wig?
Guessed.
Wig?
Yeah.
Like to freak out, or your lid,
wig out.
your head, your hair.
It refers to the idea that what you saw was so amazing and incited so much shock in you that your wig flew off.
Yo, son, wig!
Like you're wigging out.
What happened? This guy's freaking out.
I've never heard anybody say that.
I know, but you don't hang out with young people.
That's true, but I don't think young people say that, right?
What about
They
drip?
do.
They do say
They
wig?
do. What about big yikes?
Big yikes, wig!
I know what big yikes are.
Yeah.
Big yikes.
Those are boobs that are so big that they scare the S out of me.
Fit?
Yo,
Yeah, I know
son,
what
that
that
girl's
is.
fit.
Yeah, nice
Wig.
body.
Wig.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I feel like fit. That's for like a soccer player, like a British soccer player.
Well, it was a
Working on
British
his
term,
fitness.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
his fitness, yes.
Yeah.
Wig.
Stupid. I don't think kids say that. We need to find kids and ask them if they ever say wig. I don't think they say it.
It's a
Well,
thing.
how do you use it? Use it, Sam. Like, pretend to be a kid. Are you like...
I never use it, so
or if I'm like walking down the street and 2 cars crash, do I look at it and go like, oh, wig?
yeah.
And I'm like,
That would-
wig.
No, no
Yeah,
one says
yeah,
that.
Scrit.
No. I know what the kids say. They don't
All
say
right,
wig.
what do they say?
Well, I don't know, but I can tell if you give me the word. I'll be like, oh yeah, they say that.
That's a cat's pajamas.
I don't think they say wig. All right.
What else do we got? We got cap versus no cap. Do you know what cap is and what no cap is?
Okay, cap versus no hat or no hat is what I nerd dad want to say.
Take your cap off in the national anthem zone. Take your cap off. Hey, take your cap
Oh,
off.
I got it. I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
What is it? Like it's to emphasize the end of something. Like it's cap.
The end of it.
Like yeah,
Cap.
we're done. I'm done here. It's cap.
Nope. Cap is to lie about something, whereas no cap means to tell the truth.
Oh, so I'm like,
That's cap.
man, I made $1 million, no cap. And you're like, really? You're telling the truth?
But
Right.
hold on, don't these things need to they need to have an origin story behind them?
No.
Or they're just nonsense
Origins
words?
are dead.
But come on, like, but everything has an origin, right? Like, that's why, like, when you have sayings and they're like, "What is 3 sheets to the wind?" and they're like, "Where'd that come from?" Oh,
No,
it came
it's
from
3 sheets to the wig.
it came from like pirates and like
Nothing comes
sailing.
from anything anymore. You know how embarrassing it's going to be, though, when kids are looking this stuff up and they're like, because we look it up and we're like, where'd that come from? Oh, that came from it was Blackbeard sticking fuses in his beard to scare the French soldiers. Oh, wow, that makes sense. Now kids are going to look up, well, what does that mean? Well, that's because Lil Peep liked Cheetos and skirt.
But at least
that's
there's an
the thing.
origin. But it's just nonsense. It's like,
But
Cap,
no,
did
it's not.
someone
There's
just
nothing historical. What I'm saying is there's
Yes.
nothing of substance there. It's literally just you made it up and dumb.
Like I want
Yeah.
cap for them to be like, oh, that comes from
Yes.
when you type capitals in the keyboard, you have to push cap, and then when it's in capitals and it's all in capitals, that's an obvious lie, and therefore it's cap. You know what I'm saying? I want an origin.
right. You
I don't
want-
want just like, hey, like you said, Little Peep just scream cap, and then
Yeah.
that means lie now. I'm like, no, what?
about
well,
Skeet?
well, Lil Peep's dead. We'd have to go with Lil Xan.
You know, people have been coming up with slang words that don't have like a origin like that.
I don't like
What
it.
was the one
Years.
you said?
Skeet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah, we know what
I
it
believe
is.
that
I know,
is-
but it didn't really come from anywhere. It was just
Oh,
the
it
Yin Yang
came from
twins came up with it.
That's yeah. That's
Twerk.
I don't like it either.
Did
I like
they
know,
it.
invent that? I want to know
I
where.
believe they did.
Yeah.
No, there's got to be. I think there's more of an origin story to Skeet.
Maybe they started saying.
Well, what do? You shoot Skeet.
Okay. Oh, so yeah.
That's more of an origin
Yeah,
story.
yeah,
This goes
because-
with your theory.
Like skeet.
Skeet. Yeah. I know.
They should make those discs white
Yeah,
instead of
well, then you
orange.
can't see them. Then you're shooting nothing. Then you're shooting blanks,
yeah,
which is
that's
another
right.
one. Bingo,
Bingo bongo. We figured it out.
We're the Skeet Masters. Take that, Scrit.
Bye. Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer, is here. Butler's in the other room making some adjustments. How's our fish tank doing?
I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got.
I
Have
think
you
we need to
seen?
add some water.
Have you seen
and-
the new fish in there, Snoot?
I have seen Snoot.
He's cool. He is like he looks like a little baby fluorescent shark, and he has a long nose.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, he's cool, and he sticks his nose out into the pump, so it blows like shrimp legs by his nose. And he likes the smell of it. He's great. He dances. He's fantastic. Best fish we've had.
Also, a couple days left. I think just today and tomorrow. If you want to order any Tom and Dan merch and get it before Christmas, I think the cutoff is Friday.
Yes.
As far as time wise within Florida. So
And Eric busts his behind to
Yeah.
get that stuff out for you extremely quickly.
there's a new sticker pack with all our new logos as stickers, and you'll get a brand new magnet with that. That's available. All the new merch is on there still. We ordered more than usual, so we didn't sell out of sizes so fast, but it's all on TomDan.com
There you
under
go.
the merch section. So this is a favorite segment of mine
Oh, you
because
love it.
especially especially when we get gifts. And I started looking in my bag. And I
Oh,
was like,
whoa! You're not supposed to be looking in that already.
I want to talk to Deborah about some of these things.
Rude.
I need some explanation on how to use.
Okay.
It's
need
not
instruction.
Well, it's usually like one or two things. Either something goes in or you put something in.
no.
No, there's really only it's a plug. You know,
Things go on.
Yeah,
things go
on or
in.
in or on. That's.
Things go around.
I've got
Oh,
the.
I know what that's for.
Yeah. This
Good old slapping.
Yeah,
that's
I
for-
don't know how to initiate that. Anyway,
Okay.
Deborah's here from Fairfield Omega Store. How you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing great.
So, of course, we're gonna highlight a bunch of gifts.
She brought a ton of stuff. I love it when we can just. It's almost like we're walking down the aisles.
Yeah. And again,
Although they just have probably 100 to 200 times the amount of product we have here today.
Was just there this morning. Lots of merchandise still available. More's coming in, so there's plenty of time to get in there. But don't wait too long because you want all the selection.
Yeah. You got those Lily Allens that
Oh yeah.
people are talking about. I got an email about that. Some people didn't believe that.
Yeah.
Got an email from a guy that didn't believe that, and I was like, "No, man, send him the ad."
She's
I'm
talking
like,
about it on her social media. all the
yeah,
time.
you were just talking
I
about
was.
that. Yeah.
Yep. She's all over the Instagram, just really blowing it up.
Yeah, that's a cool gift.
Yeah.
now before we get started with all the stuff you brought,
I'm
I
gonna
did.
be selfish for a minute. and,
I did. Thank you for my gift bag.
don't open it in here.
In my gift bag, there is a tassel whip, I believe.
Sure.
Oh
A
wow!
tassel whip. It's a tassel whip here, guys.
Whoa! What? Like?
Think of it more as a tickler. I mean, it's petite
Oh,
and
okay.
it's soft. And you can just,
sorry,
you're not looking to really hurt anybody. You're just kind of in for some playful fun.
Yeah. Is this?
You put it on your
is
keychain.
this a keychain?
Yeah, that's for the car. Let me see that thing.
Yeah. I feel like this is a big.
Well,
item
that's
to
what a
put-
janitor puts his keychain. Like this is what we have a buddy, Concrete Mike. I guarantee you, this is what Concrete Mike has
Oh,
right
see,
here.
re-gift right
Yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah.
Concrete Mike.
Yeah, look, and you tickle.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do a lot of sensory play.
Yes.
Gotcha. So that's what it's called, sensory play.
You'd have to have sensors to.
Now I dangle this and brush this like a
Like you're basting barbecue sauce on your wife's
Yes.
vagina.
Something you can relate to. There you go.
Yeah, it's called the Sweet Baby Ray. Is what
now,
they call it. Yeah.
if I did,
Or Stubbs.
I would-
Stubbs barbecue.
No,
Stubbs are real,
Yeah,
man.
Stubbs, yeah.
So,
Stubbs ain't got time for that.
No.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm stuck. I ain't
Yeah,
got I eat ribs of the dude.
Yeah.
Stubbs is a real man.
a real Texan real
Oh,
man.
yeah.
And I
You know Stubbs is a real man because he has a bunch of different sauces, but he's got one sauce that's just mopping sauce. I don't even know what that's for.
I don't know.
Mopping sauce.
So if I did, Deborah, want to smack or whip.
Whoa, that's. I
Huh?
think his terms are a little harsh.
No.
How about a little pop?
Okay, pop. Then my wife, how hard should
Sean
I?
Connery. Sean Connery.
I think that she
man.
will guide you.
Okay, all right. So she'll
Look for some verbal cues.
So I start with
They don't
small.
talk to each other.
Do you guys have a safe word?
No.
They don't do any words.
Yeah. Like,
You don't talk.
I feel like this thing
That
could
looked a little hard.
Yeah, that was
That was
hard.
a little
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. I don't
You
know.
might want to start out a little lighter.
Okay.
Well, you can
take
ask
all
questions.
of his aggression out on Soapy Butt.
You know, do you like this? It's got to be interactive. You got to kind of.
Do you
Ask a few
like
questions.
ice cream? I like ice cream. Do you like Fritos?
I also noticed.
Okay,
Oh, you're digging
talking
deep.
off mic.
He's digging deep.
Going
I
deep
can't
in the
even
bag.
bring this out because I can't show it on Twitch.
Oh.
But it is.
Why do you have your pants on? God, you're not supposed to be using it.
Cannot put that on Twitch.
Yeah, my God, man.
It's a.
It's a worm.
it's a. It's called finger.
Excuse me?
Who are you gonna call?
I think
Call
you can
finger.
that.
Where is it?
It's
He lost it. He
There's
lost
a
his
box.
finger.
There it
Oh,
is.
look,
It's
it's
called,
okay.
It's called the digit.
Oh,
And
Did you? I did.
it attaches to one of your digits, And
Wait,
then,
gives you a bigger digit?
No. It's like a robot digit that accompanies.
That's called the ET. Ouch.
Yeah.
It's like, ouch.
Yeah. And then it's a.
He's
all right. I'll stop talking about it.
Pizza.
No.
This is going horribly wrong.
You know they have. I saw ET.
Yeah, they have
in
it.
a video, and then I was like, oh.
Yeah, like he shouldn't be doing that. It looks weird.
And then,
Watching ET with his horrible, what look like reindeer antlers, his arms. ET's arms look like reindeer antlers, and he's just pumping crazy. I'm like, don't do that to ET.
It's just wrong.
Yeah, your parents are up there flying around looking for you. If they,
how old are
Do
you?
they know you do
Is
that?
this legal?
Oh my God, there's kids around here, and you just ate candy with them, and now you're in there doing that? You ate Reese's Pieces in the bedroom.
You're hiding in the stuffed
Oh
animals.
my God, you're turning white. All right, get the kick him out.
You're scary.
You stink.
Yeah, no one wants to be with you.
You stink.
You
and you're
are-
covered in powder.
You are scary. Doo-doo monster. Sorry. All right, what do we got first here?
Oh gosh. Oh, nice segue.
Sorry.
Well,
What, from Doo-Doo Monster? I thought you were supposed to do that last.
okay. I brought stocking stuffers.
All right.
And I was trying to think what would be fun.
All right.
Could be maybe even theme some things. And as much as
I
Daniel
love-
loves
Yes!
the body stocking,
I love a bodysuit stocking. Yeah, squeeze my life into something.
There you go. Leg Avenue makes some really great boxed body stockings for the holiday, and they have a little bling in them. We got red, and then we also have a beautiful black with crystals, and this would be great for New Year's.
They don't break the bank, and trust me, fellas, you and your gal will love them, and these are fantastic. I can show.
Yeah, they're like $24 to $29.99. Super affordable.
Yeah, they're super affordable, but I am a massive fan because it's it's sheer, it's playful, it's something my wife can put on, makes her look beautiful, and
and they only come in a few sizes. It's really easy and forgiving, and you don't want to show up with a great fun stocking and with a garment that's the wrong size.
Correct.
So a lot of these box products really help make it a little bit easier for you to buy something that's going to fit the special person in your life.
All right.
Gotcha. And this red one, it's kind of meshy or like does it stretch?
Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, when you pull them out of the bottom, Andrea's got the blue
They
one you
look
guys gave her,
tiny,
and I swear to God, it's as big as a quarter.
Yeah. So it's
And then
stretchy.
she pulls it over her body, and then it just kind of forms to her. And
These are really, most of them are fishnet based, so they really have four-way stretch, and it's super comfortable.
Gotcha, because you don't want the non-stretch onion bag.
No.
It's too rigid.
Onion bag.
You know,
I remember when you sold those TomDan's onion bags. I told
like,
you,
this
he's
is-
like, I'm starting a lingerie company. I'm like,
no.
all right, here we go. It's hookups all over again. TomDan onion bag.
Why do they make it so hard to rip apart?
Yeah, it's terrible. And that string at
You're
the
just
top
holding onions.
that string at the top that appears to be made of wax is you cannot.
No.
I mean, you could literally swing from that.
It's heavy duty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of heavy duty, I have some really awesome pasties this year.
Those
too.
are great.
Neva Nude makes some of the most outrageous and fun pasties. These are reusable. These happen to be candy canes shaped, and they have a little bow on them.
Those are
and
cute.
They're really super cute. So if maybe you're looking to create your own outfit and you don't want to be too overly covered, some nice little pasties and a panty. We can help you out with that.
And you can put that under that red bodysuit.
Absolutely.
And then you
could.
got something to unwrap. I mean, not to be
Yes.
Mr. Creative in the bedroom, but I'm getting off on all this stuff.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
might
yeah.
wear those pasties on Friday
Oh, there you go.
for the Friday Free Show.
And as we're talking about adornment, Fairvilla always has adornment. We have everything from earrings to necklaces. You can take a cute little fetish kitty collar, which we have a bunch of those now in stock. I have one with me from Master Series. It's pink and it has a cute little bow and little bell on the collar itself. Super affordable, fun, $16.99. And
Last
that'd be
8
fun.
hours on the flea.
Nice try. That was good. We also have.
It was terrible, but you're a good. She's a gamer because she's like, you tried,
tried, it didn't make
you
it.
needed to cook it
She'll
more.
give you a gold
No one knew we
star.
were talking about.
We'll get it on the next
the
one.
best.
Right? So I try. We have really fun earrings by Wood Rocket. Wood Rocket makes some. I brought the mild ones, which actually happen to say
Oh, they make
sexy.
the pens too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they
pens.
make if you're a
Yeah.
pen collector and you want to get something
Yep.
like I know Butler, you're into
Enamel
that kind of
pens.
pen.
Yep.
These are great.
Yep. Got
we got one that says MILF and one that says sexy.
We also have
Give your
ones
wife
that
the
look-
MILF earrings, please. Please.
That's hilarious.
Please put it in her stocking.
She'd probably wear them because they're funny, like.
Don't get loaded and sleep with them, and then wake up and go to the PTA meeting the next morning. Forget that you have
Yeah,
read.
that's a weekend.
Just leave one in and see if people get it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess how often do people like, let me read your earrings? What do they say? Oh my God.
I look at Samantha's all the time, and I comment on them.
On earrings?
Well, I actually give a damn about the people that work around the store.
No, hold on. I contend that's a special talent to be able to notice things like earrings or people changing their hair.
I do notice the hair thing.
I'm oblivious.
Anybody that has sight, actually.
No, but I feel like there's a lot of Tom Vans that people walk in and then you just don't notice things like jewelry, different shoes, their hair color, whether they're a male or female.
Race.
Anything.
Race, gender,
I'm
height, their
oblivious.
body size.
I came in here with bright pink hair. He didn't even notice.
Yeah. But it's like my wife. She takes it as an insult when I don't notice those things. But I'm like, I don't notice anything.
But then people like you have made it weird for people like me that say things like that because also, and creeps have made it weird for people like me because I go, hey, your hair looks really nice today or something like that. And then next thing you know, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, moving on. So, sensual. We always like to throw some sensual stocking stuffers out there. I brought some brand new 1 ounce massage candles. They're soy-based candles. You light them, let them melt for about 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then blow them out, and then put in your palm of your hands, and then you work the massage. That's a great way to make sure it's not too hot. So
gotcha.
I have a foreskin, so.
So it's a
nature's brush, as God calls it. Sorry, Butler. We're the only two that are normal here.
It's made to be heated up. And
this is great.
Because its form is like waxy first and then turns to oil.
Again, super great price on this sort of stuff and like really high-end packaging.
Yep, $7.99. The company is Shunga, and Shunga is a Canadian company. They make very wonderful massage oils, lotions, and these candles are exceptional. And
the
again,
ingredients in this are like really awesome ingredients too. Those are cool. You might like those, buddy.
And I think they come in like 5 different aromas, so there's a lot to choose from. We're fully stocked. It's a great item to come grab and throw into a stocking. And that one, whether you're making a super sexy or just throw it into the regular stocking, it's like nobody's going to really know. It's like a cool candle, and it's going to smell great.
I like that kind of stuff that Fairvilla has, and a lot of the companies are kind of doing that as we, I guess, mature as a nation. They're able to put it in normal packaging.
Yeah.
And they don't have to put like a novelty
explicit
weenie on or something. They can make it look beautiful and be like, yes, because adults have sex. That's how we get children to repopulate.
And of course, perfumes are always great add-ons. I know. That's one of the things that I might get in my stocking. Well, we carry those too, so you don't have to go to a ton of different stores. Ours just happen to have pheromones in them, so it's going to really help and kind of push that mood along, let's just say. And so we have a ton of different scents.
I know about
everybody.
Spanish fly. You don't have to tell me. I've known about it all my life since I was a young boy. I know about the pheromones.
Yeah. Well, this one happens to be from Classic Brands, and it's a body oil roll-on. It's called All Night Long.
Oh, there you go.
And it's only $20, where if you go to some of these really high-end perfumers, you're going to pay a lot more.
Here's a fun fact. I have never all night longed. But you probably knew that.
Yep. And, of course, the flavored oils, lotions, lubes, those are always fun.
Have you
Everybody
ever
loves
used
to grab them.
a flavored lube?
Don't ask me that. It's embarrassing.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to answer it, but
there
I think we know the answer now.
There might be some in your bag.
I think I know the answer now. This guy's standing over there with your old stooge haircut with banana flavored lube all over your lips.
No.
I'm sorry, Crystal. I'm sorry.
When it comes to
shut him down.
The flavor, right? It's
no, it's the ones you brought before, the salted caramel one. What is that one?
And that is the company that I
Wicked.
brought today.
Yeah.
Wicked has the best. Wicked Sensual Care
Dude,
has
it's
the best flavors
awesome.
on the market, and we have this cute little pack of 10. It's just trial size. It's called teasers.
When you said 10, you're like 10.
10. Well, it's 10 packets, and it's also got a regular lube in there called Toy Love, and it's really great to use for intimate activity. So This is super $12.99.
Yeah, I mean these right here, and I can attest to these. The flavors are great. What? What's wrong? What?
I'm so excited.
He's a baby. He's a baby.
I love it. It's
It
like,
should match. All right, follow me here.
Oh, no.
With, it's like, it tastes like caramel apple with some cinnamon on it, and but it looks like Arby's.
this guy's a baby. He's killing himself.
You should not.
Look at him. Poor Deborah.
Oh,
Now she's gonna. Now you get her. Now she's gonna look sad at you. Let's see what else we got here.
Ew, he's drooling coronavirus everywhere.
I'm sorry.
And and Butler.
I don't know if he's got
literally
COVID or if he's
losing
horny
their
because
minds.
he's
No,
salivating.
He
out
doesn't
his
have
mouth.
COVID. He doesn't go anywhere.
I'm sorry.
This says caramel
Butler,
apple.
you're getting infected for sure.
Mocha Java.
He gave it to me.
Hey, what's Toy Love?
Toy Love is just a little bit thicker viscosity. It's a water-based lubricant, and it's wonderful.
For the toys. All right.
Right,
Okay.
right. Because so many of the toys are now made out of silicone. You don't really want to use a silicone lubricant. That's just a good water-based all-around lube. So,
You're cracking me up.
he's trying to.
yeah.
All lubes are water-based, right?
No.
Okay. I don't know anything.
There
I
are
don't know.
silicone on the market. There are some hybrid that have some silicone in them and are safe for toys, but it's good to read the label before you use them just to make sure. But water-based is safe for all around.
I like old school lubes were lead-based. Like
Yeah,
painted.
yeah.
It's like
Some of them even habanero based. Yeah, very odd.
Well, so many companies now are removing all the glycerins and any kind of extra additives that
Sure.
might cause irritants. So that's one of the reasons we really like Wicked. They do
Yeah.
a good job. Yeah.
Oh, what are these?
Oh, these are exciting. So, we had some sparkly bodysuits. Well, we also have some really sparkly toys this year, too. And I think I mentioned this last time I was here. This is called Stardust Posh, and it's actually a vibe or a massager, if I can open it, that has Swarovski crystals in it.
Oh.
And, yeah, like the
Oh,
real
man.
deal.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's
That
really
is
pretty.
really beautiful.
And so it vibrates. And both ends, and you can see one end has all these crystals in the base, and it's
and the crystals
glass.
move.
Yes,
Because they're loose.
Oh, so it's okay.
Yeah, so like if you can look
Yeah.
at the top, you can see them moving around.
the faster you make that vibe go, the more.
Oh.
There you go.
Look at
Oh,
them
the
Now you're
vibrates
gonna
the crystals.
The crystals will
Oh,
move.
now see, now this is cool. This is something that I can look at it, know it's working.
One end is silicone. The other end that has it, that's encased. The encasing is actually glass, so it's really powerful and very.
You know, I'm thinking
sturdy.
about buying one of these just to relieve carpal tunnel syndrome.
To hold in your hand.
This is lovely. Every
Right.
time you come here, I feel like an angel's wings have just, been dancing on my fingertips.
And what's cool, I just gave you one that has the clear crystals in it, and the base is white, but they come in pink, blue, and black as well.
Wow. I mean, this thing is super
powerful.
powerful for the
Yeah.
size it is.
Doesn't
like,
it feel good?
Yeah,
in your hand?
Like the motors on these tiny ones are getting so powerful because the
it's
battery
crazy.
life and the I'm guessing the electric.
And it's all
motors are-
interconnected, right? I mean, this is why we have tiny little baby drones that we can fly around now, right? It's the same stuff.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing.
Hold
Uh-oh,
there
did you
is.
break it?
No, I got it.
Oh, he spilled the crystal. Butler, get the Dyson. We got to suck up all these crystals. We spilled them everywhere.
And it's rechargeable. No batteries in that one.
And you said, last time you were here, and I did get an email about this, you were talking about how for those that, you're on a budget this year, I mean, a lot of people are, it's been a weird year. But there are some toys that are super nice that you put batteries in, right? Is that one of those?
I brought one.
Oh, that's
this is the
almost
Nixie
like
line.
I know what I'm doing.
He just knows it. And what's really cool too is that this line, they
It's like
use
high end, but with batteries, right?
and zero waste packaging.
Nice.
Everything. There's no insert of plastic inside the box. The items come in their own bag.
Oh, you get a carry-on bag, or that's
Yeah,
cool with like
yeah.
a ribbon tie at the top.
Absolutely.
Oh, that
And-
is really nice.
And so it has a really beautiful gem at the base, and that's how you turn it on. You just hold the button, hold the gem down, and that is the button. And then you push it again, and you get multiple functions. So that's the first
and this
setting.
one, and what's one of these run?
That's only $24.99.
Yeah, so this is like
Wow. It's like-
super high end, but
Right.
also you're paying a lot of times for the rechargeable technology. So you can
yeah.
cut a little bit of the cost out, still get something that's super awesome, but
Yep.
you
These
just
are
got to
the-
put batteries in.
Yeah, the Nixies, and they are just super sweet. All the stores have them, very affordable, and they're really pretty. And again, it's very glamorous.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a massager. It looks like Nella, the Princess Knight.
I was about to tell you.
Yeah, I could give that to Maisie right now. She'll never know until she'll die not knowing what that is.
I feel like I like toys when if someone finds them that it could easily be explained away. Because
Jumbo pen.
Jumbo pen for sure.
This for sure.
That's good design.
Yeah.
Because then it won't stick in your mind. You know, it's like you go in there, you find
some of the ones that have
realistic
folds and tentacles. I mean, hey, if you're into that,
right?
Well, go for it. But this is for a dad. That's a great one.
Yeah. And to be discreet too. So the nanny finds it. She just puts this near your costume jewelry.
That one might end up in the costume chest. With Maisie's other princess dresses.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We're super happy with that line, and we'd love for you to come and see that.
Yeah, they're blowing up, those guys. What else
So
you got?
a little more in the theming. Real quickly, we have some glow-in-the-dark C-rings.
Every year I get you a new pack.
They're super stretchy. I mean, what could be more fun?
I will tell the story about one time.
Why do you do this? You torture yourself.
And I think we actually I stole it from the radio station. I was laying around when
well, that's what we did. When the Phillips file would have Fairvilla thing happen, we'd steal all the stuff.
And it was a purple unicorn.
Deborah probably knows.
Yeah. And then it was
she probably picked it out.
It was a C ring, but then it had like a unicorn on top. That was like, and then it had a unicorn horn that was supposed to horn
the thing.
Yeah. And then when I had it on, I was mad at it and mad at the situation.
Well,
because
were you completely nude? For some reason,
because I was like, what is?
There is a lot of vision.
I was like, what's happening? Because I didn't understand.
I'm envisioning you in a long, big Johnson shirt that you're having to pull up to even see what's happening.
And I don't think I was using it correctly. And then
you have
I was
to do that move where you tuck your T-shirt under your chin so you can see what it's doing.
And it
like, hold on a second, what's happening?
And it was like, squeeze it. I was like, is it supposed to be so tight?
Tight.
And then this is everything in, right? It's I'm like,
all or nothing.
Yeah. Then I'm like, it's hurting the underneath. Yeah. I'm just.
Where's your wife saying?
To ease into the. She was gone on vacation.
Now we're an old vaudeville team.
What do you mean, my wife? She was over there. She was on vacation.
Two old men. We did it.
Yep.
We did it.
Yeah.
You finally made it.
I tell you about this one time I used one of those there C-rings. No, I haven't told me about the one time you had one of those. I put it on, and it was going to town. I said it hurts the underneath. Well, what was your wife doing? My wife wasn't there. She's on vacation.
C-rings on first.
Hey, it's Dan Dennis to tell you about Alpo dog food. Your dog's gonna love. We'll just do all the old live commercials.
Sorry.
I'll be here all day. These rings are made by Rascal. There's 3 of them in a pack. They're $14.99, and they're super stretchy, lots of fun, and they glow in the dark. And I also brought a luminous plug. Whatever orifice you prefer.
So
it's got a nice flange base, and it's got a suction cup,
and
it
lights
glows in the dark.
Oh, it glows in the dark. I like that.
Yes, it will.
And it's going in the dark.
Back to C-ring for a second. Is the concept that it's like you are holding it in place, like you're pinching a balloon so that the air doesn't come out?
It's like when you tie in your shoes, that one move where you do the crisscross over,
so
and
they don't
like,
come
put your
untied.
finger-
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. So it's like, all right, like I got it, and now it's pinching the balloon to keep the air in. Is that
basically holding the blood flow in?
It's to squeeze the base. The Ron Jeremy. Because he's done too many drugs. I'm sure he's a nice. Well, I don't know.
No,
he's a
prison.
He's prison. You would probably know. You probably know him in the industry. He's probably a bad guy, but he does the base squeeze because it's just not working anymore.
Yeah.
Too much cocaine.
Keep the air in.
You snorted it away.
You use this however you like. How about that?
Put it as a chip clip if you want it.
But while we're looking at some things that might be good for the both of you, I I've brought you Tanga eggs before. We still carry those. They're wonderful. But I also, the company that brought you the Nixies, also bring you the Whack Pack. And these
Wait
are
a minute.
Whoa, what is that?
Yes,
Hold on,
indeed.
Tom, this is your dream come true.
I know.
And these are actually in it's a Ziploc, so you can actually store them back in the package in which you bought them. But they are used like a Tanga egg. But what's cooler, these are just add water. In other words, you put a little bit of water on them, you don't need lube. They actually are self-lubricating.
Oh, really? Like every time they never runs out?
And you guys
Infinite
can
lube?
pick which
Infinite lube.
Not infinite.
I quit the show. I'm moving away and abandoning my family. I'll never need anyone ever again.
Oh, these are like
I have the internet in a self-lubing sleeve.
I thought this was an urban legend, like those tires that never run out. They make infinite lube.
They make cigarettes without the carcinogens in them, man.
So they come in 3 different forms: an egg version, a sleeve, and a cuff. And yeah, you just put a little water on them. It doesn't last forever, but it will work on multiple uses. And then if it does lose that self lubrication, you just add regular lube to it, and away you go.
To activate, simply add water to the tunnel and
Go
The
to
tunnel.
Away you go.
I'm a cuffman myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a cuffman too.
Yeah. I prefer the
I only
cuff.
brought one cuff and then one
you can have
tunnel.
it. You know
Who's
what?
getting the tunnel?
You can have it. I'll try tunnel. I'll try tunnel.
Yeah. Because the cuff.
If you like the cuff, you like it rough. If you like the tunnel, you know.
You like it subtle.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
maybe you
good.
should switch it around.
Yeah, you are the subtle. I'm the rough.
I think he doesn't want to clean the tunnel. I think that's the issue.
You just turn it inside out.
No. Like the tunnel and the cuff is for a man like Daniel that maybe the end of the tunnel is more sensitized because it's been covered.
Look, we're converting
for
him.
more
He's doing it.
amount of
He's
time.
talking about it.
That's really amazing. I'm impressed.
And so the end of my tunnel is like an old cowboy saddle. It's got barbed wire
I was gonna
scratches,
say, like,
tan,
it
and
looks like Mitch
been weather
McConnell's
beaten.
nose.
yeah. It's seen a
It's
lot.
just old and bruised up. white.
Yeah,
Bruising.
it has some damage done to it.
Purpley
Yeah.
bruising.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. I was listening. But those are for you guys, and you can...
These,
Oh,
thank
the
you.
cuff,
review
yeah,
next
the
month.
whack pack. But
I'll
those,
give a review.
They're really great for stocking stuffing because they are flat packs and they're easy to throw in there.
Yeah, and they're not that
really
expensive.
reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the same company that brings you the Whack Pack and the Nixie also has some really fun holiday packaging. This one is called Let's Jingle Those Balls, and it is also a stroker for
Oh yeah.
certain parts.
Oh, yeah! I don't know why I'm reacting, but I have to because I'm uncomfortable, Tom. Yeah.
Why'd you become an old monster?
Yeah.
You're scaring the hell out of me today, man. You're like an old haunted house.
Those motion
the wrong
activated things.
holiday. This is not water activated. This you need to add your own.
I'm Frankenstein and you stepped on my dot.
Yeah, you're like one of those animatronic things in Spirit Halloween. You step on the activator. He's like,
I didn't know how to react. How am I supposed to react? I don't know. Like when she said it's a sleeve.
no, she said it's a stroker.
Oh, yeah,
She
that's
also
what-
said jiggle my balls, and you're like, oh.
I'm a giant old man baby.
There you are.
Yeah.
But it's great packaging.
It
It's super
is.
gifty. It's a lot of fun. So
Oh, these are awesome. This,
yeah.
again, they're I guess these, the drawstring bags and everything.
Yeah.
The presentation, a lot of this stuff is like really, really great.
You know who I feel bad for is that the old, because I know a lot of old real men, like my stepdad and my pop and these men have passed away, but there's a lot of men like that I feel don't even know these things exist.
I know.
And they've been just, because every guy, even the real men, especially the real men, they seem like they're hornier
But
than the
I
rest
got
of us.
like a little.
But they've been doing it the standard without any help for so long.
But what
It's
if
like,
we
look
learn
at
this
they
week?
have.
But look, what if we learn this week? Because so I like your theory. But remember, yesterday we talked to Tuttle's dad, who is into breast milk play, right?
Right.
And my dad, I remember I used to think, Mom and Dad don't have sex. I don't even know how I happen. Immaculate conception. Well, whatever. I'm an alien baby. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I have a test tube. But then when I was digging around in his drawer, remember I found the Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson tape. I found a little novelty box that said booby prize, and when you open it up, it had a pair of fake boobs in there, like little baby ones. I found a pair of edible panties. He knew Fairvilla, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because you don't get that stuff.
We still sell those edible panties.
Gotta
man.
have them, man. Yeah.
Every year they
He had
fly off the shelf.
Remember the bra, the candy bra?
Oh, yeah. Still
Yeah.
have that too.
Yeah, he
That's
had
popular.
the candy bra and the green mint edible panties in his
Ooh,
upper
mint.
drawer. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. But I just think, I just think they
everybody
hide
wants
it, man.
But maybe they
I think
just
they hide it.
Freshen up your breath.
they may not even know things like, especially like current
Oh, you mean
technology
the stuff
exists.
just for men that's like, I need some alone time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you're right.
Like they have so many things like
Truckers
this
do,
that
but-
feel so much better,
Right.
and are inexpensive. And then I imagine if they ever were gifted one of these, they would be like, "Oh my God, this is so much better," and that it enhances my
Right.
experience by that much, and I just never knew it existed, or I never was going to try it. I feel like just give this to your Uncle Randy or that real man in your life as a gift.
It's a good idea.
And change
If you're
his
a man
life.
and you give that to Uncle Randy, though, he might be a little offended.
Hey, Randy, let's jingle those balls. What do you say?
Well, like you can. There's Secret Santa ways to give presents.
Hey,
I'm
Randy,
just
I know you and I haven't seen eye to eye.
Help out
ever
the-
since I married your ex-wife. But I just want to tell you, let's jingle those balls. I got you this. I want you to have this stroker sleeve,
I mean, it just
4-inch wide.
help the real man
6
out in
inch
your
wide.
life that may not know about this. All right.
Excellent.
It's got a tight interior.
So you can also, thinking of other ways to theme your gifts, for those who enjoyed the 420, we do have Stoned Santa Says party game.
No,
Oh,
okay.
everybody
Up to
swinging by
20
Novelty,
players.
yeah.
Yes, yellow card game.
All right.
One of the cards here says Stone Santa Says the group discusses who has been naughtiest this past year, and that player must receive spankings from everyone.
We could do this for a
we
medium.
should do this on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It'll be our most popular and our last show before we get sued by Samantha's attorneys.
Yeah, but I kind of think that's gonna happen.
yeah,
And
but that'll be the
I'm
final
like
straw.
Heaven's Gate. I'm ready for it.
Okay.
You know,
Ready
there's-
for the exit?
Well, I just
Hellbot, they're
hate
coming.
this human vehicle I'm in. I absolutely despise this vehicle I'm in. I want to go to where it's better.
Oh yeah, because it's like, all right, we have to give everybody spankings. He's like,
Sorry, there's a rule.
Samantha, why are you videoing this? We're spanking. She's like,
we're spanking Butler.
And then to go along with that, we have a line of toys from Maya. That's the name brand, and they're all in that 420 genre. And I brought with me the Ziggy, which is actually a vibrating C-ring, so you and a partner can enjoy the play.
and it is
has a little pot leaf kind of tickler to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
And the top.
Yeah, and the bullet is rechargeable. So the bullet comes out, you can use that separately.
It is absolutely amazing how marijuana culture has but it's always been around.
Yeah.
You know, and but it's so weird how mainstream. You know what's funny is that is the only one of anything you brought today that I've actually seen before is that company.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not just in adult stores.
Right.
They're on, because think about it. Who advertises with marijuana companies? Not many. I mean, we're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
lucky on the podcast side that we get to do stuff with Truly.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
but
the
porno
mainstream
companies
usually don't, yeah.
or
Yeah.
adult toy companies can partner with, and do the edgier stuff because they're already in that world.
Also, I mean, if you think about it, like I feel like it ties in pretty well because
does.
marijuana enhances sensitivities and stuff. It
Sure.
does make it can make the experience better. And
It doesn't make it worse.
No.
Not that I would know that.
Yeah. So I feel like this will be a more and more common thing where it's like, all right, we'll try this strand and this Ziggy, and that's a perfect combination.
Yeah.
No,
There you
100%. In fact, what will happen probably in the future is that these companies will partner and get to a point where they have their own strands and it's both. Because
Yeah,
it becomes wellness at that point, right? Doesn't
Yes.
it? Like health and, like sex is part of your wellness.
Yeah.
And our stores carry CBD.
Yeah, totally.
And our 420 gift section is now huge because the demand is
Yeah.
there, and people we have a great buyer for that. tons of fun merch.
Yeah,
So
they
you
have
can
all
see it.
kinds of cool, like if you want some of the sillier stuff, they have like pens and novelties, and then they have, like the Ziggy here.
Yeah,
What's
and
that company again? Maya?
Maya.
Maya.
Yeah, and if you're not into Stone Santa Says, we do have Sexy Santa Says.
Oh, what is Sexy Santa?
Well, all kinds of goodies, just like the other one. Probably some similar
It's-
instructions
yeah,
there.
that's-
But, yeah, So this one says, Sexy Santa Says, guide my sleigh tonight by pulling on the reins inside my pants.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
We can't play that one.
I want to play that
over here, Travis.
And guess who's an elf? I get to sit in your pants. Right?
no.
That's the sleigh. Like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there's the last of that COVID.
There it was.
Sorry.
Sit right there in the throat.
Although if you do go on the Medium Discord page, everything is red and will guide the sleigh. Bright red. Rudolph style.
And then finally, I brought one of our newest panty vibes because that's always a huge holiday gift.
Panty vibe.
Sometimes though, girls don't like the panties that come with them. So I brought you a new. This company's not new; it's Vito, and I think we brought toys from Vito.
Yeah.
But this is called the Nikki, and it's a remote control. I just turned it on right on
That
the
remote
item.
looks exactly like a remote for like a Porsche Panamera.
Yeah, it does.
Seriously, it's like high-end, like amazing quality stuff.
It can be used in a panty or outside of a panty. It's for external stimulation, and I've just turned it on here. You can change it, and it's very flexible,
wow. It's
so
super
it's so
light.
much more comfortable.
Oh yeah,
It's not a hard little bullet.
Yeah, feel that. It's basically
curved.
nothing to it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this just
It's kind of like a cup.
It conforms to your shape.
Yeah.
it does look like the eggplant emoji. It's all right.
Kind of does, yeah.
See, it's not intimidating.
Yeah.
I knew you knew what emojis are. You mother.
Oh yeah. See, you're the one
I've
that
been using the
texted me.
eggplant for your picture for.
But these are just a few ideas. We have so many other things, from massage oils to bath care and body care and little vibes and big vibes. So, come down and talk. Lingerie. Oh my gosh.
Sexy clothing.
The most amazing
pajamas,
lingerie. Yes.
crazy pajamas, not so much their pajamas, pasties.
I feel like every
club
product that you brought today, there's like a dozen other products that are like that product too that you guys sell. That
It's
are around.
overwhelming.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
You have so much stuff.
But it's a fun place to go too.
Yeah.
One of the things that you could do that would be a great gift would be just to give a gift certificate and then just go there together. Just make it a date.
Yeah, date night is the best night at Fair Villa.
Because, it's probably easier too. Because you don't really know. It opens up the line of communication. You guys can discuss what you like and what you don't like. Walk around the store. It's super duper nice.
Yep.
They take your safety
Absolutely.
into consideration. They make it safe for you. And there you go.
Deborah, what are your holiday hours like moving into Christmas?
Each store is a little bit different.
Okay.
We're the mega store will be open even on Christmas Day, but it will be reduced hours, even Christmas Eve as well. So please go online to fairvilla.com and check out your location for the hours and availability. And don't forget, if you aren't comfortable shopping in store, you can always shop online.
Yep. Yeah.
I would like to be the guy that shows up first thing Christmas morning and exchanges my whack pack stroker. I was like, I'm not, you know what? I was wrong, Deborah. I'm not a tunnel guy. I'm a Cuffman.
Yeah. First, you're there in the morning when they open a Christmas,
Like an old man, like
Day.
standing at that move that old men do where they are like, well, I don't understand. Well, they can't open 5 minutes early. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Christmas
It's a job, you idiot. Of course they're not going to open it early. I do it too at the bank. They're not going to open it. It's a job. Never early. Always on time or late. That's the rule.
Yep.
So, Deborah, thanks so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Thank
Happy
you for the
holidays.
gift.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you guys.
welcome.
Please pass it on and pass on love to everybody there. And
Yeah, it's Fair Villa Megastore. Like Deborah said, multiple locations. Just go online and see all their hours.
Oh,
so.
and check out their YouTube channel because I know they
Please.
want you to go there and check out all the wonderful tutorials and stuff that they have. So just search Fair Villa University on the YouTubes.
Yep. Bye-bye.